Rated M family. How are we doing on this beautiful Thursday, gang? We got a loaded fucking weekend this weekend, bro. We got some shows. We got Saturday night's main event on Saturday nights, and we got two shows happening at the same time. One being a PLE, one being a pay-per-view, same shit. We got Double or Nothing on Sunday night, and we have NXT Battlegrounds. Fellas, how you feeling, bro?
Feeling great.
We all got the fucking hoodies on, man.
It's cold.
Mo, you kind of stealing my flow here, Mo.
I'm sorry, dog. Sorry.
That's kind of my thing. I think it's kind of crazy that it's damn near June and it's a fucking brick outside.
It is fucking brick. It's cold right now. It's pouring rain.
Hey, Victor Thomas, fuck you. You know what? Because we won last night. You niggas blew a 17-point lead in about 2 minutes. Oh, bitch ass niggas.
Bro,
yeah, the fact that he did that, we'd have to fight.
A little too early though. He almost fucked that up.
He had the Kawhi plus the KD shot in one shot, bro.
Faces and four, Victor Thomas, you bitch ass nigga. Faces and four.
Wow.
If you're in the chat and you a Knicks fan, fuck you. If you're one of those people in the chat that said my team, with some front runners, fuck you. Y'all ain't believing us. We 3 wins away from the NBA Finals. Oh, bitch ass niggas. Fuck. Oh, y'all. Tyrese Halliburton, bitch. Put some respect. All right, let's go.
Hey man, I'm not a Pacers fan, bro, but I agree with you, bro. Fuck the Knicks. Fuck them.
Hey man.
But the main event for today's show is we are going to be talking about the best indie wrestlers turned WWE superstars. That's going to be a nice discussion.
I didn't agree to that. I didn't agree to that.
Well, you're here now, fatty.
I wanted to.
Yeah, you joined willingly. Oh shit.
I wanted to rank the best matches. I wanted to rank the best matches in Psycho Sid's career. I ain't agreed.
Whoa! All right, that's enough.
Matter of fact, add the infinite signs with shit.
Word, say less. Say less. Yo, chat, is there anybody that wants to step in to be like interim for this guy for the week so we can get him out of here?
Please.
Bro's a Psycho Sid fan.
Like, my condolences, nigga.
I wanted to talk about Psycho Sid this episode. I want to talk about. I want to talk about this. This is what Lewis's topic. I ain't agreed to this.
Nobody else do any suggestion.
Well, we did my topic a few weeks ago. Cam, I don't see you throwing shit out there.
Yeah, facts.
I did. I did.
Ace Austin is leaving TNA.
What? No. What?
Man, stop spoiling my news segment.
Oh fuck.
Wait. All right. Okay.
Damn. No more ABC.
Yeah, Ace Austin is gone. Ace Austin is done.
He going right to AEW. Let's go, baby.
Damn.
Going right to AEW.
Damn,
He could be what Sammy Guevara should have been.
Right, Shawn Michaels.
Sammy Guevara in 2021.
Shawn Michaels, give Ace Austin a call.
Hey.
The fact that there's still Mike Bailey should have been TNA World Champ. Now Ace Austin won't ever get to have that. That's crazy.
How long was Mike Bailey there for?
Couple of years. I want to say like 3.5, 4.
Word.
He was there for a minute, man. One of the greatest X Division champions ever.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it for NXT if they got someone like Ace Austin. They need all the help they can get. All the help they can get. They got a little shot in the arm now with Sean Legacy. If you don't know Sean Legacy, you gotta lock the fuck in, chat, please.
Baby. Super Sean.
He has been hooping. He's only had 2 matches on NXT TV.
The thing is, right? For NXT, he'll be good for NXT.
Right.
But do we see him transcend it? Like we need to ask ourselves that before we suggest anybody to NXT. Can they transcend beyond NXT? Like Ricky Saints, I believe he can.
He can because he can
Ethan Page, I believe he can. Well, could Ace Austin and when I mean transcend, actually like be on the roster and actually put together quality week in and week out, and not just be a body there, not just be a guy for good matches. Do
Like
we
actually
see
have motion type shit.
Yeah, do we see Ace Austin being that?
The single, nah. I personally, I don't. And on the main roster, in NXT, you could probably catch some motion. The main roster, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'd rather have him go to AEW and help the Ring of Honor scene over there.
Exactly. That's a whole different can of worms, bro. They got so much fucking talent. And Lewis, I know you mentioned this a while ago, but they got so much talent in Ring of Honor that they could be using to help the main shows, bro.
They could. And a Ring of Honor could literally be your NXT, dude.
That's the way it should be. I don't know what they're doing. Athena should not still be there, bro. She's at like almost 900 days as champ.
WWE got 2 developmental shows, bro. They have NXT and Evolve. Like, I promise you, if you use Ring of Honor as developmental, nobody's going to bat an eye, bro.
Right, yeah.
Nobody's going to bat an eye. Honestly, when Ring of Honor was bought by Tony Khan, most people assumed that's what it was going to be. I don't know, Cam. Tell your mans to put Athena on TV. What the fuck?
He did for Mercedes, and you haven't seen her since.
I don't give a fuck. Put her back on.
I swear to God, bro. She had that one banger with Mercedes in Boston like a month ago.
We'll
she hasn't been seen since.
We'll get there when we talk about double or nothing predictions. I'll bring her up.
All right.
Mo said he'll be back. His fat ass. All right, so chat. Cam and I were having a discussion on air. So we were talking. So I brought up a name in terms of a guy that had success. He didn't agree with it. So do you guys want to count NXT and 205 Live and shit in this discussion, since they're technically also WWE superstars, or do you guys want us to keep it strictly main roster success? You know what I'm saying? Because we could do either or. We're prepared to do either or, but it's all up to you guys. Do you guys want us to talk about the whole shebang and put light on everybody that had success that was an indie star in some way, shape, or form? Because we could do that. Or do you just want strictly main roster? Like, no, like none of them shits matter. We want strictly main roster. Like if you're like legendary at this point, or like you want us to do that. So let us know. Do you want us to include NXT and 205 Live and shit for the indie guys, or do you guys just want us to keep us main roster? You guys let me know.
Yo, Cam, Matt Thunder in the chat reminded me. You know who lost last night? Hey, but Halliburton, though.
I heard Julia got her heart broken.
Yeah, by Cameron.
I'm fine with either. I'm fine with whatever. NXT is the reason I kept watching in 2018. So yes, I ain't gonna lie, Cam. You kind of cooked, pal. You're cooked.
I was telling them both, chat, before we went live. If it has the WWE name attached to it, it should count.
I say include NXT because you can count on 2 hands how many indie stars. How many indie stars? That's it. Okay. Especially since some guys peaked in NXT. Yeah, eat shit, Cam. Okay, we're counting it. Yeah. Yeah, bitch. Yeah. So respect the name I said. Respect the name I said earlier.
Yeah.
Don't fucking disrespect one of the best champions.
That's Mickey, but all right.
They said it. I didn't. They said include it. What do you want me to do? Don't give the people what they want?
That's Mickey, but all right.
We could put an asterisk. How about that? We can put an asterisk.
Okay.
All right, we can put an asterisk because the original list I still have my original list, Cam, of guys that actually cooked on the main route. We can talk about them. I'm not putting an asterisk to the guy I brought up though. Well, I still firm about that.
You shouldn't have to.
We put an asterisk. We could say Vince did not touch him.
I want to talk about something while we wait for Mo, while we have the time. Lewis, I know I mentioned this earlier in the week privately to you, but
yeah,
I've been seeing a lot of bullshit aimed at Gunther and the booking of Gunther.
Yeah.
People seem to have a problem with him doing side quests now. I don't understand why. Like Gunther, he's great, obviously one of the best in the world. He doesn't always need to be in the world title picture. People say Gunther's lost his aura. He's not the same. Like people don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I don't think it's that. I think it's more so him feuding with. I don't think it's that. I think one. I think why a lot of people are saying that is one. The world title reign. I'm not gonna call it bad, but it felt very. It felt like there was just a lot more on the table there. Like the fact that he did not feud. The fact that Gunther was the world heavyweight champion, and the fact that Seth wasn't like, I want your title, and they didn't do Gunther or Seth. The fact that fucking Drew McIntyre, who was still on Raw at the time, the fact that they didn't touch on Gunther and Drew, the fact that they didn't touch on Gunther and Punk, when I clearly remember CM Punk at Survivor Series, when I clearly remember CM Punk going, I want the world title at Survivor Series, and then that shit got abandoned, and then that shit got abandoned. So it's like, who do we have for Gunther to work
You
with?
couldn't
We
even
have
give Gunther AJ Styles.
That's
exactly.
insane.
We have Sami Zayn. Exactly. We have Sami Zayn, which okay, fine. Sami Zayn made sense. The Sami Zayn made sense. Sami beat Gunther at Mania, so you tell that story of can Sami Zayn do it again? Okay, fine. So that makes sense.
Randy
And then
makes
they had to,
sense.
huh?
And then after that was Randy.
Yeah. Then after that was Randy. Okay, fine. And then they had to go back to the Damian Priest Finn Balor bandwagon. Like, are we kidding? Like, are we serious here? Like, we had to go back to Priest and Balor. I think that's where a lot of that comes from. I don't think it's because he's doing side quests. Just because I think it's because look at who they have him feuding with. Like AJ Styles is doing. Like AJ Styles, I know he's working with Penta and all that shit. You can't tell me a Gunther AJ Styles program for Gunther wouldn't be fucking amazing when Gunther was world heavyweight champion. Why was there not people? Why was the top dogs on the show not coming after his belt? Drew McIntyre should have told Gunther, nigga, I want that title. Punk should have told Gunther, nigga, I want your title. Rollins should have told Gunther, bitch, I want your title. Bronson Reed should have told Gunther, bitch, I want that title. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Instead of it being, you know what I mean? Instead of it being, we'll throw Sammy and then we'll do Damian for like 3 months. Then we'll throw Finn Balor in there who doesn't win shit. And like nah, like you look
Finn
at
Balor having a world title match in Big 24, baby.
Get a load of that shit, Stitch, huh?
exactly now you look at who he's feuding with now. Exactly. Now you look at who he's feuding with now. Pat McAfee. I like Pat McAfee. I do. I don't have an issue. I
Yeah,
like
you
Pat
do. Yeah,
McAfee.
you
I
do.
do.
You've been slandering Pat for months. Yeah, you do.
I like Pat McAfee. I don't like him as I don't like him as an announcer. I think as an announcer he annoys the hell out of me. But I like Pat Mc. I don't mind the Gunther Pat McAfee angle they did, but it's just like,
It was really
dude, can
good.
we? Yeah, but it's like, dude, can we get like AJ Styles is under contract? Can we get Can we get Gunther and AJ? Can we
Yep.
get Gunther and I don't know somebody? Can we get Gunther and I don't know anybody else on that roster? I think would be intriguing. It's just okay. We're going back to Jay. We know Gunther was problem. We know Gunther's not. I'm not putting money on Gunther to win the title because I think Seth is walking out because I think Seth is winning the fucking title. So Gunther's gonna get Bill Goldberg. He's gonna get Goldberg for the next 2 months. Okay. What does he do after Goldberg? Does he go back after the title? Like, I think that's where the whole criticism on Gunther's booking comes in. It's just he could be doing a whole hell of a lot more. The world title reign.
I
I'm
agree.
not calling it bad, but that left a lot to be desired.
I agree with that.
And you look at who the fuck Gunther's feuding with now. It's Pat McAfee. Now we're going back to Jey Uso. Come
Well,
on,
did
man.
you see what they were teasing on Monday? They're
I don't
teasing
want
Gunther and Logan Paul.
I don't. I want that shit either. But with Gunther
You
and
don't want to see
Paul,
Logan Paul get his ass beat by Gunther?
I mean, Gunther and Logan Paul.
It
like, the
pisses
only
me because
reason-
I don't think Logan should be facing any of these fucking guys. I don't
I
think
agree
he's
with you.
right.
I agree with you there.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, Cam, this people like Logan Paul is the reason why I say fuck that in-ring shit. I don't care if they're good. Like, what have you done?
I don't think he's good in the ring. But
What have
we'll
you
talk about that
done
another day.
to prove you aren't a program with? Like, I hate that, bro. The Roman Reigns shit is so Mickey to me. Like, yes, like you had a great match with Roman Reigns, the peak pinnacle in-ring Roman Reigns. Like, oh,
Bro, I don't think Logan Paul is really that good in the
I
ring.
think
anymore,
he's
to
a
be
great
completely
guy
honest.
to follow. I don't think he can
We
lead.
see. What? I mean, Trent got mad at me. I mean, what? I mean, me and Trent. Me and Trent went at it. I think it was on. It was either on Monday or Tuesday. Because like he got mad at me, so I'm like, dude, I'm like, dude, if you can't have a good match with Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns back when he still gave a fuck, Ricochet, if you can't have good matches with those people, why the fuck are you here? What the fuck are you doing here? You can't have good matches with those people. Like Kevin Owens is a tremendous dance partner. Kevin Owens is gonna be like, okay. Kevin Owens is gonna be like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and then boom. Seth
Yeah.
Rollins. If you can't have a good match with Seth Rollins, what the fuck are you here? Jey Uso has good matches with Seth Rollins. What the fuck are we doing here? Hey, what the fuck are we doing here? If you can't have a good match with Roman Reigns, if you can't have a good match with fucking peak in ring Roman Reigns, what the fuck are we doing? If you can't have a good match with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens in there, basically guiding you and telling you what the fuck to do, why the fuck are you here? If you can't have a good match with Rey Mysterio of all people, why the fuck are you here?
I don't think any of
Why?
his matches with
I
Ray
don't
would
think
be that
why
good.
I genuinely don't think Logan Paul is a good in-ring worker. He looks as good as he does because Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton are some of the best James partners he could have. Like if you can't have good matches with those people, you're not in the right business. Get the fuck out of the industry. You're not in the right business. But
My
that's just
thing,
me.
my
I
thing
don't
with
think he's a good in-ring
Logan,
worker.
my thing with Logan, like, if he was still in the mid card doing this, I wouldn't have a problem. But you guys know, to me, my expectations of a main eventer challenging for like a consistent world title challenger, my expectations are different. Like, dude, the promos you got are ass. Your delivery is ass. Your cadence is ass. The way you build up stories is ass. Why is it ass? Because most of the time you're not here to build up your own stories. That's why they suck. Like Logan Paul is a phenomenal athlete, but like main event superstar, the way they're pushing him to be, we saw the statistics every time Logan Paul does something big, they show it. So we know he's a draw, right? Social media wise, he's gonna get all the draw and shit. But I still feel like people only boo Logan Paul because they generally do not like the person he is, not the wrestler he is.
Yeah.
And even though WWE is sort of using it to its advantage, I don't think anybody should flex that. Because again, like a guy like Hulk Hogan is getting booed for he actually is, not because Hulk Hogan was an elite heel back in the day. Like I don't think people say, well, he gets booed should be a flex. He's not like getting booed
It's,
because he's doing a phenomenal job. He's not.
it's not. It's not. It's just. It's not. I don't. It's not. I don't think Logan Paul was really all that good at all. So, all right.
Nonetheless, we'll see how he does with Jey Uso.
But no, I mean the whole
See,
reason why.
I mean, we've been surprised before. Are any of us looking forward to it? No. Are we gonna watch and give an honest opinion if it's good or not? Yes, we will.
Chat, bro. I'll be the first one to tell you if it's good, bro. I promise I will.
I'll be the one to tell you. First of all, I don't care about crowd reactions. I just watched it because there's been some, like SmackDown's crowds have been so dead, and they've still have had some solid matches.
Hell yeah, especially with
Like
the
I thought.
team.
Yeah, like I thought JC Mateo and LA Knight was a good match, and the crowd was fucking dead.
I disagree. I thought that match sucked. I thought that match
I don't
sucked.
think it sucked.
I don't think that match did. I don't think that match did anything to get Jeff Cobb over.
We could talk. We could talk about JC Mateo.
I don't think that match did anything to get.
I think a
over.
huge reason why people ain't really taking him serious because you got this motherfucker wrestling in a black t-shirt and fucking wraps and jeans.
I mean, look at
how anybody gonna be killing off like that.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how he wrestled on fucking. Look at how he wrestled on Friday. I thought that. Big reason why I didn't like that match is because he wrestled on Friday. Jeff Cobb he's this big athletic dude who can go in there. He can do things a guy his size shouldn't be able to do. Yeah, I'm watching SmackDown and he's in there. Yeah, I'm watching SmackDown and he's in there, and I think it's just a slow, plodding match. And I'm like, how the fuck is JC Mateo getting over here? I'm like,
Yeah.
how the fuck is he getting over here? Like, I don't think that match did anything to get JC Mateo over. I really don't. I don't think that match did anything in the slightest to get JC Mateo over. But
Cam, I'm about to give you your flowers, bro. Because when you mentioned like the ways like stars be getting over or the lack thereof, depending on the show that they're on, either Raw or SmackDown, I really think you cook there because anything that they do on SmackDown, 9 times out of 10, that shit falls flat.
It's because, bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I literally think it is because SmackDown. Like, unless you are a star, unless you are like a star, like an already established star, something like a Drew McIntyre. Alexa Bliss comes out. Alexa Bliss is getting great reactions because Alexa was an already established star and she was gone for 2 years. So like the people miss her. Like an Alexa Bliss, Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight, who was already over. He's dying to death on SmackDown. He's slowly dying to death on SmackDown. LA Knight, LA Knight is still very over. But LA Knight is still very over. And Randy and John Cena. Like, unless you're like one of like a Tiffany Stratton, like unless you're like one of those names, bro. If I'm an NXT talent, SmackDown is the one show I'm hoping they do not draft me to. Please do not call me up to SmackDown. Please do not call me up to SmackDown.
Like we see Aleister Black debut, and he's just a regular guy over there.
He's just there.
Exactly.
I will say, Brax team has looked pretty nice on SmackDown. They've been getting the reaction.
You know why? You know what I noticed? What I noticed? Cam might disagree. You know what I noticed? Everybody on let me rephrase that. People that watch SmackDown in the crowds, they only pop for the flippy shit. Go look back at LA Knight versus JC Mateo. Do you know what was the biggest pop of the match? When JC Mateo did a moonsault on LA Knight. Do you know what was the second biggest pop of that match? When LA Knight did a fucking crossbody to Solo and Jacob to the outside. That's what they like. It's the high shit. That's all they like.
Even then, they're not reacting to the flips like that because fucking Abraxas and the Street Profits. It took like the 17th flip for fucking them to no one.
17th flip. The 17th flip. Yeah, no. SmackDown is just not a good. Honestly, I told you guys, I just think WWE in general is rough. Like we all agree NXT is still good, but that men's division is rough.
I don't think NXT is very good at all. But there are certain aspects of NXT that I do like, but I overall as a show, I don't think it's very good at all. SmackDown
here's my opinion on it, right? I feel like with the men, right? Because the women, we don't gotta talk about the women. Women are great, they're caring. But I feel like with the men, everything just feels so unorganic, right? So we have Oba as champion. Right, his reign's still better than Trick, by the way. Let's not get shit twisted. Still better matches, still better stories than Trick. But I feel like the people that they're giving Oba, it's more of like it doesn't feel organic. Like Miles Bourne, I love the fact they're pushing Miles Bourne. I hope he stays here. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope he stays at this level they're trying to portray him as because they have something special with him, and I hope they can capitalize on his popularity a lot more. But this thing with Miles Bourne just feels like, okay, who can we throw at Oba to get him through? You know what I mean?
That's exactly what it feels like.
That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like, holy shit, we have something special with Miles Bourne. It just feels like, let's just give this shit to Miles Bourne and feed him to Oba so that Oba can just get by to the next pay-per-view. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like they really all in on Miles Bourne. They should be. You need to take you need to take off them Oba glasses and understand you got another great guy, Miles Bourne, you can build off of. Not gonna say he's a super demon or whatever, but compared to what you got in that main event scene, Miles Bourne is on a silver platter like this for you to capitalize off of. Not saying he should beat Oba, because he shouldn't. Oba should still be champion, but it just doesn't feel organic in their booking from Miles Bourne. It just seems like another guy they're going to feed to Oba. And it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't, bro. Watching NXT week to week, bro, there really isn't a concrete single star that they're like pushing to the moon. Like Trick Williams, like we're over that shit, bro.
I'm so done with Trick Williams.
No more Trick Williams. Javon, maybe one day soon.
Javon will get there. We're not worried about Javon right now. We'll get there. He's young. I'm not gonna say it came out of nowhere, but I do feel like it went really fast because Miles had a promo segment where he told Tavion, we gotta go in for us now. It doesn't matter what Charlie thinks, we gotta go in, and I'm gonna enter myself in the Battle Royal, and I think you should too. And if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna still go in there, and boom, he wins the Battle Royal. I think it would have been better if Miles just like snapped into a killer mindset. He went into killer mode. Yeah. And then if he won the Battle Royal, it's like, all right, this is a killer right here. But it just
Why the
seemed
fuck
like
is?
you said what?
Go ahead. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
let
go
you
ahead,
read
go,
it.
go, 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 go.
I was gonna say, what the fuck is Tamiya Heights not fucking?
I
Tamiya Heights.
agree.
Tamiya
I
Heights should be
agree.
wrestling and
To me,
challenging for the
he's the
North
best
American
guy in North
Championship.
Quarter
Where the fuck
Castle.
is he? Tamiya Heights should be wrestling and challenging for the North American Championship. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, Danielle, that's the only thing I wanted. I want more build up with Miles. It's just a shame because the way how I would have booked Miles, like this emotional connection that he's having with the fans, saying that he wants to be judged by his ability, not his disability. I
Yeah.
feel like that should have been built up for him to win the Battle Royal, not for him to be built up to lose to Oba. Because I feel like if he said, I want to be judged by my ability, not my disability, and won the Battle Royal, and then had a banger with Oba, you can keep Miles Bourne there. But it just seems like they're saying all this shit to get Miles over, and I feel like once Oba whoops that ass, he's gonna be stagnant. He's gonna
Yep.
be. It's gonna be flat. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about Miles Bourne. And y'all know me. I've turned into a super Miles Bourne believer.
Mhm.
Like his promo work is so good for a guy that has the disability he does. Like he sounds more fluid with being deaf than most people do with two fucking ears. Like I'm rocking with Miles Bourne right now. It's just a shame because it doesn't feel like, judging by everything, that they're gonna keep him at this level, and that's
No.
what's gonna hurt me.
It almost feels like that once Miles gets done, that they're just gonna say like, "Oh, Miles couldn't do it. Tavion, go." That's what it feels like to me. I don't know how far in between, but
Tavion and Oba, baby, Kev, would you be ready for that? Tavion and Oba, oof, oof.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be
But
fun.
the way people feel about Oba is how people should feel about Gunther. There's a lot more to be desired. There's a lot more, but
yeah,
that's how I feel. Like, I don't think, and you see, Daniel, I feel like NXT still has a huge pool of male superstars that they can build up in the main event scene. I think the problem is they're waiting for Oba to be done with somebody so that they can build up somebody new just for Oba to kill him again, and that's the cycle we have. There's
I think
nobody,
this.
there's nobody new or refreshing. People are only getting built up to the main event scene to lose to Oba, and it does
right.
nobody favors.
Then right back to
Doesn't do
square one.
doesn't do Oba favors, doesn't do the audience favors. It definitely doesn't do any favors to the motherfucker that's getting that's putting over Oba.
No.
Here's the question, bro: Is Wes Lee doing anything interesting on TV? He's a heel,
No.
bro.
No,
No.
He's a
I don't know
fucking
why
heel,
the
and he's
fuck.
doing nothing.
I don't know why the fuck they turned him heel if they had no plan for him. After
no,
heel.
he should have stayed a face. And if he would have stayed a face, he would be one of the perfect guys to fight Oba.
Perfect,
He
bro.
would have been one of the that's a main event show. That's a main event pay-per-view match. Oba Wesley, bitch, you ruined my opportunity. You took my fucking record for the North American Championship. I couldn't stop you, but I'm gonna definitely make sure I take that one. I'm gonna
You
take
can
that.
still do that. You can still do that when Wes is a heel because Oba's not even really a heel anymore. Oba's more like a tweener. So
Oba's a
like you can
Oba.
you
Yeah,
can
Daruda.
still do that. I don't know why the fuck they won't. I don't know why
I
the fuck
agree.
they won't
Tony
let
and
you do it.
Stacks are cooking with their story.
Yeah.
I like that.
I've been telling y'all about Stacks
Uh,
now. I've been
Yeah,
telling
so-
y'all about Stacks
Yeah,
now.
The
man.
one
That
the
boy,
one
man.
the one thing I like about NXT, I will say this is a positive. The one thing I like about NXT that I think the main roster kind of like implement is I like because NXT it is a character development show. You know, they're there to develop their characters and everything, so they get ready for the main roster. I
Yeah,
do like the fact that a guy like Tony D'Angelo, Tony D, he's a mob boss. So when we see Tony D in segments, what do we see? When we see Tony D, he's sipping. When we see Tony D, right, it's like a mafia style. It's like a mob movie style segment for him. Right, like
yeah.
he's at an expensive restaurant. He's right. He's at an expensive restaurant. He has his wine or
Good
whatever, and
wine
he's
and
giving
shit.
orders. And somebody's coming in, or like somebody, like he's an actual head of the family. I like how it's Sol Ruka. When we get backstage segments from Sol Ruka is surfing on the beach and that shit. I like that. One thing I wish SmackDown would do, for example, like I don't know why SmackDown can't do this, for example, with Fraxium. Y'all remember back in NXT, Nathan Frazier used to do shit and Axiom be like, Nathan, bro, what the fuck you doing? Like
Yeah,
Nathan Frazier used to do shit without telling Axiom, and Axiom be like, Nathan, bro, what the fuck you doing? Axiom used to do shit without telling Nathan Frazier, and Frazier be like, hey, bro, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
I want to see SmackDown do that. I want to see SmackDown do that. Like
You want them
fucking
to continue that story?
yeah, continue it. Like fucking. Like, I'll give you an example. Have fucking what's it called? Have fucking Jacob Fatu whatever come out with like the U.S. title or whatever, and have him like do like an open challenge or some shit like that. Have either Nathan Frazier Axiom accept it. Jacob Fatu puts belt. If Jacob Fatu is gonna win, obviously, I think you can do like a backstage segment where Nathan Frazier Axiom like the fuck you doing, bro? Like the fuck you doing? But you ain't talking to me about it. You just doing shit. You ain't talking to me. You're just doing shit. Like I would like for them to continue that instead of them. Okay, they're tag team. Like they get along. Like
I
I
got
like.
you.
Right.
Yeah, like that's what I would like them.
And plus, SmackDown people don't watch NXT anyway, so I mean,
Right.
yeah, you could say. But that's my thing. So back. I think that's the problem with NXT right now is instead of having guys organically just being built up and shit like that, it just seems like every single time somebody's built up to just get killed by Oba. And that's where I feel for Miles Bourne, because instead of building up this guy for a little bit, he cuts his emotional promo, he wins the battle royal or whatever. At least we can say after that he would be in a better place when facing Oba, because he was already over before Oba. He was already killing motherfuckers before Oba, and even after Oba, he can still do his thing and build himself back up to get another shot at Oba. But now you're going all in on Miles Bourne the past month? No, we could say month. It's been a couple weeks. We can say month. But you've been high on Miles Bourne the past month just for him to lose to Oba. He's only being built up for Oba, and that's what hurts me. He's not being built up to be another big star in NXT. He's being built up to lose to Oba. I know people are gonna tell me, "Oh, well, Lewis, I mean, the dude's facing Oba. Yeah, that's cool and all, but the fear I have is the motherfucker's just gonna go right back to the tag scene with Tavion instead of actually catapulting him." Oh, hold on, we got a super chat, Chris. We got super chat.
Let me see. I got the chat up.
So
RV Rob Van Daminator. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. So just wanted to say, based on stumbling across the stream name, would Cena count? Dude worked SoCal's UPW before getting signed to WWE and sent to OVW. No, we're counting guys that mainly like a good chunk of their career was on the independent circuit. Cena spent the last 25 years in WWE, but that is a good,
That's a great question though.
That is a
thank you so much for that fire, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, facts. I do agree though that I do. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. I do.
Oh no, go ahead.
I do agree that I think it is great that NXT is willing to take risks, because if Miles didn't cut that emotional, I want to be judged by my ability, not disability shit, I don't know what the fuck that they were doing. But it's very clear, they trying to make Miles into like a really sympathetic guy for people who are judged by their disabilities and shit. I fuck with that. Keep that shit going. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking that they're taking risks. The problem is the risk that you're taking, they're gonna fall flat after the climax. That's the problem I have.
Right.
That's the fucking problem I have. And Miles Bourne, you're building him up, and he's like the most over baby face right now. And after Oba whoops that ass, I feel like Miles is just gonna slowly come crashing down, and I hate that.
You know who I feel like has an opportunity, a very good window to gain some momentum here. His tag team partner just went back to Noah, bro. I'm talking about Josh Briggs. They got him. They got him doing shit with Hank and Tank as of this past Tuesday. But that's another believable guy that can go up against Oba. And I'm not saying he needs to beat Oba, but he can make it interesting. He's believable compared to some of the other main event talent that you have there.
Yeah,
I think if it's built up the right way, opposite of what you were just saying, not to just build him up for Oba, you build him up, and that you build him up so he's able to have a claim to Oba.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I said, it just felt like with Miles that he's just only being built up for Oba and not for the sense of we have another star.
Right.
Even though he's going to lose to Oba, this is somebody we're going to keep here. I don't feel that with Miles. Not saying I don't believe in him. I believe in him. I just don't believe in his booking after the Oba shit. That's the problem I have. And also, some of your best guys, that should be in the main event scene are fighting for the North American Championship. Like, I know people aren't. I know Ethan Page isn't the best in ring, but that dude's a former North American champion. Like you mean to tell me you can't run a program with him and Oba?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? But yeah. I feel like NXT is stuck in that vortex. Let's build somebody up for Oba kill him, and then we'll build somebody else up for you. And that's what makes Oba's reign so lackluster, because it's like,
It really hasn't been all that much, bro. Like I can't really think of a match that stands out. Maybe the triple threat with Trick and Javon, but that's about it.
Yeah. But also, like, we know what the end goal, more than likely, what the end goal is for NXT. The end goal is probably Javon and Oba.
Yeah.
But if the reign is like dragging out like this, I don't want to wait to stand and deliver. Pull that shit immediately. I know I said Javon needs more help to beat Oba. Fuck that. Ladder match this shit.
Hey.
That.
Javon would do some
match
crazy
this
shit off a ladder, bro.
Fuck that. Yeah, his best match was with Moose, easily. Yeah. That was Oba's best match in the reign. So
Also, one thing I don't understand about this, right? NXT, you know that your main event scene right now is not the best. Take some ask TNA. Hey, can we borrow Eric Young? Can we borrow Steve Macklin?
yes,
Can we borrow Frankie Kazarian for a bit?
I agree.
Steve Macklin's a fucking hooper too.
Bro, it's the
Macklin
fact
is a
too.
dog.
You got Joe. Bro, it's the fact that the NXT Championship is the second most important title on that entire card, because Joe Hendry and Trick Williams is way more important than that.
Yeah.
And it's in that moment is going to be even bigger, because I think Trick is beating Joe. And that moment's gonna be even bigger than what it is. Like fuck the match. Fuck Miles Born and Oba Femi. Oh shit. Whoa. I mean, yeah. No, that's what I meant. Yeah. Fuck the match if it's any good or not. If Trick becomes the first WWE active superstar to hold that TNA title, that's just gonna break the internet.
Fuck it. I mean, I can see it. And since you brought it up, I think it will happen. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it when we get to predictions.
Chat Mo has some things to take care of, so he will not be here. It'll just be the we need a name for us three. It'll be what's a synonym for the Shield? We're the force field. Yeah.
Oh.
We're the force field. It's the force field. We are the force field.
All right. So I'm the force. Lewis is the field, and Cam is the.
His corny ass got the. or you could be the.
Oh.
You could be
the force field. Yo, it's like Ashante the
right.
honest, bro. Don't ever forget that.
The with two E's.
Yeah, bro, come on now.
All right,
the Brian Kendrick, come on.
We doing segments?
Yeah, let's do it. I don't know how to do it the way Mo does it, so
I want
I
to do
guess just
segment sorts of predictions. What do we want to do?
Oh yeah, we can do
figured
predictions. Let's do predictions.
Fuck it, I got it in front of me.
We can do predictions, pal.
Let us start with Saturday night's main event. As of now, unless someone in the chat wants to correct me, I only see 4 matches listed here.
I think it's gonna be 4.
Good.
That's
Fuck. Good. A nice hour and a half show.
All right, chat. Saturday, May 24th, on Peacock. Not a PLE, but it'll be on there. 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Saturday night's main event. We got 4 matches, starting with Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a steel cage.
Only a 3 hedge.
Damian Priest, I think she'll win this match. I don't think a loss here hurts Drew McIntyre, but I think a loss here will do significant damage to Damian Priest. So I think Drew McIntyre is fine. Give the win to Damian Priest. Let Damian
I don't know, bro. I think Drew needs it, bro.
I think personally lean Drew because I think he's gonna kick Cody's head off. Once Cody becomes champion. Yeah, I think Drew's the guy to beat Cody once Cody gets the belt back. So I'm gonna lean towards Damien. I'm not Damien. I'm gonna lean towards Drew. I think Drew has it. Only because, like, one, Damien wanted the steel cage, and two, this whole story is for Drew to right the wrong that happened at Clash at the Castle. Like you're the reason I'm not champion. You're the reason why this has happened to me. I'm gonna get rid of you once and for all, so I can finally get back on a clear path. So I think Drew wins.
I think it should be Drew. I feel like it's just been a while. He's been kind of just floating, doing shit since the Punk feud.
I don't think it'll hurt Damien. Damien could go fight.
He'll be all right.
Damien could go fight Jacob.
Just don't send him back to Finn Balor, bro, please.
Well, look here. I would love for Drew McIntyre to pop up on TV one day and be like, John Cena, I want your fucking title. Instead of John Cena, instead of the fucking same bullshit we've been getting with John Cena for a fucking month. Come out, insult the fans. Come out, insult the fans. You people were mean to me. You get nothing. I'm gonna ruin
Mo
the
is
entire professional
off
wrestling.
today.
I'm gonna ruin the entire professional wrestling industry. I don't like you people. I've been raising your kids. We get that shit, and then whoever he's challenging comes out and lays him out with a finisher. I would love for Drew McIntyre to be like, hey, nigga, I want your title. Jay Uso got 4 different people coming for his shit.
Yeah.
Logan Paul told Jay Uso, nigga, I want that title. Gunther, hey, nigga, Gunther, hey, nigga, Gunther on Raw has been telling Jay Uso, hey, nigga, I'm getting my title back. This little Mickey Mouse reign you have as champion, it's gonna be over, nigga. I'm gonna need my title back. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Hey, man, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, AJ, just know, AJ, just know, when we get done with Punk and Sammy, we coming for your bitch ass. That's what we coming for.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk. Hey, look at me. Hey, Jay, look at me. Once I get done with Seth and Braun, I'm coming for the title. Sami Zayn. Is Sami gonna turn on Jay? Jay got 4 different motherfuckers feuding over his title. SmackDown, the 3-hour show, got one person, the same segment, and people wonder why this show is so fucking trash. Get the okay, what's next? I hate this show. What's next?
What Cam said. Y'all
Yeah,
listen.
I third that one.
Yeah.
Next, we have CM Punk and Sami Zayn. They're teaming up to take on Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
This is
Seth and Braun are winning.
This is a very good match on paper.
Seth and Braun are winning. Seth and Braun are winning.
I agree.
It's going to be a miscommunication. I don't think Sami is turning on Punk. I need people to let that die. I don't think Sami Zayn is turning heel. I don't think he's turning heel. I think that would be a massive mistake to turn Sami Zayn heel. I think that would be a massive mistake. I think there's going to be a miscommunication with Punk and Sami, and that's going to allow Seth and Braun to win. Seth and Braun to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Seth and Braun. They should not be losing their first technical tag team match as a group. So no.
I agree. I have Seth and Braun winning. Let's get it.
Next we have John Cena versus R-Truth.
Go ahead, Cam. We know you want this match. Go ahead.
No, it's non-title. It's non-title.
Non-title? What the fuck? Oh hell!
I don't have a problem with this. I don't even. What's wrong? What's wrong with Lewis?
So you mean to tell me that this motherfucker cost Randy Orton the match, and he interrupts John and he does all this shit, and he's not getting a title match?
That's what it says in front of me.
He's not getting.
No.
All right.
But
So what's the point of having the fucking match? What, Cena said there's going to be repercussions? Wasn't the AA through the table repercussions?
No,
I don't think R-Truth understood.
No, I don't think. I think the purpose behind this match here, I think they're trying to tell the story of John Cena, of John Cena reverting back to being a babyface. And I think R-Truth is going to be the first guy to go in there with Cena and be like, come on, John, bro, this ain't you, bro. John, what you doing, bro? This ain't you. I think they're going to do that, and I think John Cena is going to go in there. He's going to beat the fuck out of R-Truth. They're doing this to get more heat on John Cena.
Non-title?
They're doing this to get more heat on John Cena. Everybody loves R-Truth, so if you go in there and beat the fuck out of him,
at least put the title on the line just to have, at least make it mean something. You could have just done this segment on SmackDown. You could have had the match on SmackDown, a non-title match.
Yeah.
Could have just had that. Why are you putting it on a big show like this? If it's not, get the fuck out of here. I know people don't want truth, to beat Cena or whatever, but like throw the title on the line. How's it gonna hurt? You're the champion. You're wrestling. Put the belt on the line. What the fuck? Put the belt on the line.
So we all got Cena, right?
Yeah, that shit is non-title. Yeah, that's just trash.
All right, we got the main event. Finally, main event: Jey Uso
match of the year. Cam, you ready?
Versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship.
This match is gonna suck. This match is gonna suck so much fucking ass. It's gonna be ridiculous. Jey Uso is going to retain against Logan Paul. He better retain against Logan Paul. He's going to retain against Logan Paul, thank God. And hopefully, and to be honest with you, I want this to be the end of Logan Paul in WWE, but I'm not gonna get what I want. So, but Jey Uso is gonna win here. So Jey Uso is the winner.
All right. So, hold on. Sorry, there's something on my bracelets. So here's the problem I have. So when we're in a time where Jey Uso taps out Gunther, and we are trying to establish Jey Uso as a dominant world champion, as a world champion that's going to kill motherfuckers, the main example for his first title defense is Logan Paul. A guy who usually loses most of his big matches, a guy, aside from social media, when he's in the main arenas, doesn't have much name value. A guy that pretty much has little to no credibility within the WWE. Even though he was U.S. champion, the shit sucked. So I'm kind of struggling to see how this solidifies Jey Uso, like truly. He gets a title defense, cool, but like why is this his first like true successful defense? This does no favors to, like, for anybody.
I wonder if it's a case of like the WWE themselves don't think Jey Uso is believable enough to beat anybody else credible.
That's fucking fault.
But you tapped out Gunther. You just tapped out Gunther, so you believe in that shit. I'm not saying you're wrong, Chris, but if you tap out Gunther, how you feel about Jey Uso's out the fucking window.
That's their fucking fault. They decided to put the fucking title on this fucking guy.
And you decided to make him win in that fashion. You had it.
Right.
They decided to go in there. Not only get Jey Uso the win, they decided, hey man, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna get Jey Uso the win, and Jey Uso's gonna tap out Gunther. That was them niggas that did that. They made that decision. So if they don't see Jey Uso as a legitimate world champion, why the fuck you put the bet on Jey Uso? Why the fuck you have Jey Uso tap out Gunther? Why? If you don't see Jey Uso as a fucking credible challenger, or what? If you don't see Jey Uso as a fucking credible champion, to where his first title defense, it ain't Seth Rollins, it ain't Drew McIntyre, it ain't Seth Rollins, it ain't Drew McIntyre, it ain't Braun Breaker, it's goddamn Logan Paul, a nigga that does not win shit. If that was a nigga that does not win shit, let's keep it a B. I know the nigga had the U.S. title reign, but that nigga don't really win shit. I know he beat AJ Styles. AJ Styles in 2025 don't really win shit either, if we keep him to the B. So Logan Paul don't really win shit. He don't really win shit. So they decided to do Jey Uso and Logan Paul. So they decided to do Jey Uso. They decided to make Jey Uso's first challenger a nigga that don't win shit. They decided to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit is like so ass to me. Because what I personally would have done to help Jey Uso further is that night where he came out yeeting and shit after Mania, we came out yeeting and celebrating and shit. I would have had Sammy fucking whoop his ass. I would have had Sammy turn heel. I know people would have been mad about that, but I would have had Sammy turn heel, and I would have Sammy be desperate, like, "Hey, bro, you got your shit, but I want to become world champion. Like, I am that desperate. I want to be world champion." That would have made the story much further, considering the history that fucking Jey Uso and Sammy have. Like, I think that would have been better. Now, would people like it in the moment? Probably not. Like, oh, why is Sammy turning heel? What the fuck? Ain't you and Jey cool? Bro, Sammy has been telling us for the past 2 years that he wants to be a world champion, that he's willing to do whatever it takes to be a world champion. I would have had him turn heel. And I would have had Jimmy on the side like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, I would have had Jimmy be the middleman in this whole shit. Like,
Hey, you know what I would have done? Hey, you know what I would have done?
What you would have done?
AJ Styles goes to WrestleMania. He beats Logan Paul, and then you tell the story of AJ Styles. And then you tell the story of AJ, and then you tell the story of AJ Styles going, look, man, I don't know how much longer I got left in my career. I'm 48, 49 years old, however old he is. I don't think it's that far off. I don't have that much in my career. Or I don't have that much left to go in my career. What I need a world title. That's what I need. That's what I want. So, hey, look
I
here,
think
Jay. I
AJ's a
respect you.
perfect first feud for any new world champ.
Okay, so Jay, hey, look here, so Jay,
But
I
that's just
respect
me.
you and all. So Jay, I respect you and all that shit, but so Jay, I respect you and all that shit, but but you gotta get belt to ass because I need that title. I'm 48, 49 years old. I don't know how much longer I have left. I don't know how much longer my body. I don't know how much longer I can do this before my body go. Wait, before my body goes, you're done. You never wrestling again. And I need to be a world champion one more time. So tell that story. But
Bro,
no, you're
yeah,
talking about
I
Logan
would have
Paul
done
win.
like to me there was so many better avenues to go about this. The fact that Logan Paul is his first because we know he defended the belt against Seth, not successfully, but that was his first defense. But like I really would have turned Sami Zayn heel. And I would have had Jimmy lose his mind and be the middleman of this feud. Like, yo, like Sammy, what are you doing? I thought we were cool. And then I have Jay like, yo, Jimmy, you still rocking with this dude? You still talking to him after what he did to me? After what I did for you? After what I did for Goon? I would have that feud with Sammy alone would have caused so much more rifts. It's not even funny. Then eventually we could go down the path of a triple threat match between Jay, Jimmy, and Sammy because Jay is angry at Jimmy and Jimmy got to defend himself now because he's the middleman. There's so many different avenues for that feud you could have taken, but we got blessed with Logan fucking Paul.
But I was told Logan Paul is better than Dakota Kai, so there you go.
No, that is
That makes me fucking sick.
But I agree with you on the AJ Styles shit too. AJ Styles is a perfect first feud for any new world champion to establish their
All
rank.
that's all you had to do.
All AJ
Story.
got to look at you and say, "Hey, bro, I want a title shot. I just won my match over there. Ain't nobody left right now. What's up? What's up?"
That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. You could have told the story of AJ Styles because we all know AJ Styles is old. You could
Yeah.
have brought that up. Hey, bro, for AJ Styles to say publicly, once his WWE contract is over, he's done. Or he's not going anywhere else. You could have easily told the story of AJ Styles going. I don't know how much longer I can do this. So I need to be a world champion again before my body breaks down. Something. But now we get Logan Paul. So there you go. Jay Uso's winning. Fuck Saturday night's main event. What's next?
That's that dumb shit. That shit is so stupid. Shit, honestly, a better feud would have been El Grande coming out and saying, "Hey, bro, I'm undefeated. What's up? What you doing with that? What you doing with that? What you doing with that? I'm undefeated. What's up? What you doing with that? You know
What's
what I
next?
mean? What we doing
That'd be
What's
fucking
next?
crazy, bro.
for a Saturday night main event? Hell yeah, I would have had El Grande go to Jey Uso. I'm undefeated, bro. What we on? Ain't nobody beat me yet.
El Grande
what's-
before Chad Gable.
Bro, Chad Gable's a fucking loser right now, bro. El Grande's actually packing up W's, bro. Like El Grande is the greatest luchador of all time.
That's
You-
true.
You know, live, but
Yeah,
that win percentage.
But y'all not telling me El Grande would be way more entertaining than fucking Logan Paul,
That is true.
Would be. He is.
All right, what's
and is
what's next?
capable of being a good match because El Grande is the greatest luchador of all time.
That is true. All right, what's next?
Yeah, so are we doing double? Let's do double or nothing, bro. Let's get some positivity, bro.
Word.
Come on.
Hey, y'all go.
Let's.
Oh boy, I can see this now because I got a lot of positive. I got a lot of shit to say about this show. I love to build up this shit. I can't wait to get into it because I'm gonna get called a glazer and all that shit. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I can't wait.
All right, let's do it. We
All right,
have.
I will be doing most segment.
All right, I just want to say as of right now, before we get into Double or Nothing and everything, because I think the build up for Double or Nothing has been very, very good. I think Dynamite has been on a very good stretch of television as of late. I think the TV leading into the Double or Nothing has been very good. I think the TV has been very good actually since before Dynasty. The main event at Dynasty still pisses me off. That was not a good match. That was not a good finish of that pay-per-view at all. But I thought the lead up and everything going into it was good. I like what I like what Dynamite and Collision are doing right now in terms of the build up and stuff. Like Double or Nothing, we have 8 matches for this show. And outside of maybe two, that being the tag team title match and the women's match, I think everything on this show has been built up very, very well. Like everything on this show, you can justify it taking place at pay-per-view, and it doesn't feel out of place at all. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like everything on the show makes sense. I like that. And what because I've got some notes here. Because I've got some notes here, and like I've got some notes here about this. But like I like what AEW's been doing recently. Like, I know Chris isn't a fan of the I know Chris isn't a fan of like the multi-man like all-star tags we get. That kind of gets on my nerves too. But I can't say it hasn't been working. I think it's been working. I think the all-star tag matches have been working. I think they've been really, really fun. They carry
Right.
Dynamite a lot of time because like they have because like Dynamite usually opens with like an opening promo, and then like the next 20-25 minutes is an all-star tag. And that's usually a lot of fun. I like the promos we've been getting on this show a lot. Like I like a lot of the passionate promos we've been seeing, especially from the younger stars. Tony Storm is going out there being Tony Storm, and then Tony Storm is going out there being Tony Storm doing the timeless
Are you
shit.
saying AEW clears WWE right now?
I think AEW is the better product. I think AEW is
Just
the better
say it
product.
clears. I'll agree with you. It clears.
I think it's the much better product right now.
That shit
But like
clears.
I like what they've been. But I really like what they've been doing. I like what they've been doing with the bait. I like what they've been doing. I really do. I think again they need to keep this up because they usually fall once Tony Khan focuses on the Jaguars in July. It usually falls apart and we don't know what the fuck we're watching anymore. But if they can keep this up all year, this is the best year they've had since 2021. I've been saying this for a long ass time. It's been I've been saying this for a long ass time.
you
It's
still
been
have
really,
you
really
still have
good.
YouTube TV?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tune in.
Yeah, I think the shows have been really, really good.
I usually watch the shows the next day because y'all be on live using YouTube TV, so I use it the
I
next day.
don't
Lou,
I don't blame
if you haven't seen that promo segment with Hangman and Ospreay, bro, you need to.
That was one of
You know I keep it a beam, bro. I don't let this man glaze without
that
reason.
was one of the best. That might be segment of the year. That was incredible.
It really
That was
yeah.
incredible, bro. The uncensored version they posted on YouTube, bro. The uncensored version they posted on YouTube, where Will Ospreay was like, "Hangman, bro," and he was like, "Hangman, bro. I'll be honest with you, bro. You haven't been yourself, man." It's like you haven't been yourself, and I need you to find yourself again because I need to beat that Hangman Page at Double or Nothing. Because if I can beat that Hangman at Double or Nothing, I know I can walk into the fire with the most dangerous man this company has, and I can go in and beat him. And he's like, and I go in and beat him. He says, "Hangman Page, you are incredible." He's like, "Hangman Page, you are incredible." But he was like, he's like, "Hangman Page, you are incredible." But he said, "My best has beaten Bryan Danielson. My best has beaten Okada. My best has beaten Omega. My best has beaten Chris Jericho. Everybody that has come into this company and said, I'm the best in the world. Everybody that has come into this company and said, I'm the best in the world. I've proven. No, I've beaten them. I've shown I'm the best in the fucking world, bro." Look, that fucking promo. Oh my god. And then the fucking segment after, oh my god. And then like after the promo, Ospreay, he picks up a beer. I don't know if he picks up a beer. He gives a beer to Hangman, and he tells Hangman, he's like, "You need to find yourself, Hanger." He's like, "You need to find yourself, Hanger, because if you don't, doubling up. Because if you don't, I'm a whoop you. Because if you don't, you're gonna lose to me this Sunday, bro." And then I fucking toasted. And then bro, that segment was so damn. That
It
segment
was.
was
It was.
incredible.
Did my man's Hangman get any lick in there? Hangman has come so far on the mic, by the way.
He really fucking has, bro.
Hangman, man.
He's such a
Bro,
good
let me
promo.
tell you the tide I realized Hangman was. What the hell was that? Anyways,
You good?
yeah. So I was saying, bro, the moment I realized Hangman turned the corner on the mic, I think he got that promo on Moxley, and he said the medicine just isn't working.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
He said it's not working anymore. I said, "Oh, hold on."
He starts beating himself, and he starts because I'm
And
a
when
man.
did you?
type shit.
I said, "Hey, man, when did you start? When did you start taking promo classes, dude? And
Yeah,
why
man.
are you why are you like this right now,
Finish.
huh? And it makes me happy. He's only 33 years old, by the way, guys.
Oh,
Bro, that
yeah,
segment
bro.
was Bro, that segment from Dynamite this Wednesday was incredible.
I watch it. I watch it.
That is how you do a go home segment right there for Big Daddy.
Yes.
That is like I guarantee you that segment right there sold some pay per views. That segment right there sold some pay per view buys. I'm telling you that segment was so damn good. I love that segment. The Jamie Hayter Mercedes segment I thought was great. Bro, the Jamie Hayter Mercedes segment I thought
She
was great.
said,
The Jamie Hayter Mercedes segment I thought was great. Where Jamie Hayter was like, "I had to beat you because I'm worried about being forgotten here."
Shit like that, bro. Give
I,
me a
I,
reason to care aside from the Owen, obviously.
I don't. Yeah, I hope Mercedes loses because she's a TBS champion, and I don't need the TBS Women's Champion going after the AEW World Title.
I do too. Let's
Right.
get into double or nothing. I did enough glazing. Let's get into double or nothing.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's do
do
it. Let's
it.
do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. AEW Double or Nothing will take place at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona. Let's start things off. We have a stretcher match. We have Ricochet versus Mark Briscoe.
Ricochet has not won a pay-per-view match since he's been in AEW.
That's crazy to think
Mark
about.
Mark Briscoe, as much as I love him, he's there to make sure Ricochet wins. Ricochet is one of this stretcher match.
Yeah, Ricochet is winning, but it should be a fun match though.
Hey, it's gonna be a lot of fun. The type of shit Mark Briscoe.
How many
Ricochet
matches
come
are
up
on
with, it's
Dawn?
gonna be fun.
Huh?
It's-
How many
it's
matches?
I think it's 8.
8 officially, but Matt Thunder in the chat told me that on the collision tapings they added 2 more.
I assume that's for the zero.
Let me see. He said it's the Don Callis family versus the Paragon. That's Kyle and Roddy, and Anna Jay and Harley Cameron versus Megan Bain and Penelope Ford.
I hope both of those are on the pre-show. Actually, no.
I
Wait, the
assume
Callis family. So we're talking about Kyle
Yeah.
Fletcher and like fucking Josh Alexander.
Either that or
assume that's the
Takeshita and Alexander. I don't know.
Kesta and Alex, bro. That faction is stacked. Why aren't they holding all the gold? God damn it!
That's an underrated one.
That faction is stacked. Hey,
I
how you doing?
assume it's the 0 hour, but
All right, yeah, but Ricochet is 100% winning. What's the next
Yeah.
match?
We have Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, FTR taking on Danny Garcia and Nigel McGuinness.
the
I
build up to this match has been the build up to this. I think this has been the best built up thing on the show. Like probably the second best behind Hangman and Ospreay. The shit that they've done for like this feud here, this feels like, bro, this is 19. Bro, when G Baby says 1980s wrestling sucks, I want you to show him this shit right here because this shit is straight out of 1980s wrestling. This is straight out of 1980s professional wrestling, not WWE, but this shit is straight out of.
I don't understand how
this shit.
how people can say 1980s sucks when FTR's style is based off the 1980s.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It quite literally is.
Do you hear the theme music when they come out?
Bro, but this entire fucking this entire this entire build has been like classic 1980s wrestling. It's been great. FTR, they're back as heels, thank God, because FTR they needed to change.
Yes. This is much needed.
Because they needed a new code of point paint. FTR has been amazing as heels. Dan Garcia also badly needed something. He also badly needed something, and I'm glad he got that.
And I'm glad Nigel McGuinness is here. I'm very happy.
I am too. I'm glad he's getting there with Nigel McGuinness. This is going to be a lot of fun. This might be the best. In terms of like a story-driven match, this might be the best story-driven match on the entire show. This is going to be incredible.
So we agree FTR is whooping ass, though, belt to ass.
Oh, yeah, FTR is winning.
Sure.
FTR is winning. This match is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I got FTR as well.
Let's do it.
Next, we have the AEW World Tag Team Championships on the line. We got Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, the Hurt Syndicate. They're taking on the Sons of Texas. That is Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
So we have the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions going up against the AEW World Tag Team Champions. First of all, great way to devalue the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles even more, by the way. Second of all, Hurt Syndicate. We all agree. We don't got to waste time with this match. Next
Hurt
match.
Syndicate,
bro.
this is a
Next
sneaky ass match.
Why is it Sammy and Dustin defending their fucking tag title since y'all like adding matches?
They gave this match to the Sons of Texas instead of fucking the Paragon. Instead of
That's
the Paragon,
crazy. That's
the
crazy.
Callis family, anybody else?
You know what's gonna happen FTR taking the belt off them boys. You know what's gonna happen.
I think they
Yeah, as long as it's not the Bucks, bro. Whatever.
You know what's gonna happen, Cam. FTR gonna take the belt off them boys with MJF turning on them.
should. I think they should.
Hey.
And then that's where Cedric comes in.
Fuck it. All right, so we got the Hurt Syndicate, obviously. All right.
Yep.
Next, we got the AEW Continental Championship on the line. Kazuchika Okada defends against Speedball Mike Bailey.
Hey,
This gonna
listen,
be
Cam.
crap.
Hey, listen, Cam. That shit about to be.
What's that shit you say, Cameron? Shit, put some hair on your chest?
This gonna put some. Look at. I'm telling y'all now. This match right here. This gonna put some hair. This match right here. This gonna put some hair on your chest. This match right here is gonna put some hair in your chest. This match right here gonna put some money in your wallet. This match right here gonna put some bitches on you. This match right here gonna put some bitches in your phone. That is the kind of
I thought he was
match
about to
right
say something else. Holy fuck.
Hey, you know what I did like though? You know why this match is so big? Because not only is it Speedball and Okada and it's for the title, but an interesting fact going into the match is Speedball has yet to be pinned in AEW. Speedball has yet to be pinned. They pushed that hard. That was the first thing Renee said. She was like, "Are you worried about taking on this challenge against Speedball? Because looking at the track history so far, he hasn't been pinned in AEW." I was like, "Oh shit, oh shit."
That's another thing. That's another thing. I forgot to mention that. That's another thing I like what AEW has been doing. That's another thing. These signings that are getting signed, it's not like they're getting signed and it's just, okay, here's a great wrestler. We don't really know what to do with them. No, a lot of the signings that we've been seeing, they've been having immediate impact on the show.
Like
So
Kevin
you know,
Knight.
exactly. So you know, hey man, this dude is a future star. Megan Bang. I think Megan Bain's been signed for a while, but still though, I think Megan Bain's been signed for a while. They're just probably coming up with something for her to do. But still though, Megan Bain, she comes in, she destroys Tony Storm. That's the match. Megan loses, but Megan Bain still looks like a killer. But Megan Bain still looks like a killer. Kevin Knight, they bring Kevin Knight in. Kevin Knight's first match in the company. His first match in the company is against Jay White, and I know Jay White. I know Jay White's been up and down with his booking and shit. But Jay White just came off two pay-per-view main events. He just came off feuding with the world champion and Kevin Knight's first match in. He's feuding and Kevin Knight's first match in. He's wrestling the Jay White. And then he's wrestling Will Ospreay, one of the biggest stars in the company, at Double or Nothing. Not Double or Nothing, at Dynasty. Kevin Knight and Speedball. They're taking on the Bucks on Dynamite, one of the biggest names in the company. Josh Alexander comes in. He's wrestling Hangman, one of the biggest names in the company. And Josh Alexander, they put him with the Callis family. And the Callis family, say what you want to about him, that's guaranteed television time. That's guaranteed television time. I like what they've been doing with these new signings. I really do. It's not like they've been signing. It's not like they've been signing people and they just been sitting people on the bench. No, they're signing people and they're putting them to work right away. They're establishing why you should give a shit about this person here, what this man can do. I like that. Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Are you straight? Yeah, no, I agree, man. Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. But this match right here, dude, this match couldn't get any bigger for the feud that it's in. The fact that they added that Speedball has yet to be pinned really gives you like that, it gives you some shit in the back of your head. Like, could Speedball do it?
Yeah.
Could Speedball pull off the upset? Obviously, we're not fucking idiots. We're logical. We know the plan is still Kenny and Okada to unify the titles. But it's cool for like the casual fans that don't think like us. Like, oh, could Speedball actually do it? He never been pinned. Track record show he ain't never been pinned. He's going up against a monster like Okada, but they're like, Okada, you sure you can pin this guy? He ain't never been pinned. This is a guy that's been in the ring with everybody, Omega included. He ain't been pinned.
Fair enough. So we all got Okada then?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Next.
Okada in 7. That's a game. That's a 7-game series.
Okada in 7.
Actually, I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say 6 because Omega's the 7-game series, but I'm gonna say 6.
Okada with a late game buzzer. That's what's gonna happen. Okada's gonna take the first 2 out. That's what's gonna happen. Okada's gonna take the first 2 at home. Mike Bailey, he's gonna take the second 2 on him. He gonna take the second 2 at home, and then Okada gonna be like, okay, all right, it's on for the belt to ass. Okada gonna win. This is gonna happen. Okada is 6. All right, what's next?
Okada in 6, baby. Okada in 6. But I'm very excited though. That could be match of the night.
It
Could
could be. It
be because you got Osprey and Hangman and
We gonna
Jamie and
see,
Mercedes.
bro. Fuck.
It could be.
Yeah.
We in for grats, bro. We in for some grats, bro.
Let's
But-
move on. What's next?
This on
Next.
Sunday, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Same
I don't
time as
think-
Battleground.
All right, yeah, I don't think I'll stream Sunday then.
What's next?
Same time
Next.
as Battleground?
Yeah, the exact same time.
I'm not watching
You're fuck-
Battleground. I'm not
Hey,
watching
fuck
Battleground.
Battleground.
I'm not watching Battleground, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, I watch for Miles Board. Whatever. Hey, Miles Board old, I'll be there for it for sure.
I told chat I'm gonna have both up, bro.
All right, what's next?
You got Timeless Tony Storm taking on Mina Shirakawa. She's defending the AEW Women's World Championship.
I don't like how this match has been built up. I don't like how this match has been built up. I don't like that Tony. I think Tony Storm. You probably could have just left her off the show.
I would have. Considering you have a
just
match
left her off
that
the show.
you have a contendership match for her championship on the show.
Yeah, just leave her off the show. I would do commentary for that match, if anything.
Yeah, that'd be
I would do
perfect.
commentary for that match, if anything. I don't think Tony Storm needs to be on the show. I have the eliminator matches they've been doing with Tony Storm. It's just why. It's something to get her on the show. But Tony Storm is winning here. She should, but Tony Storm is winning here.
Yeah, I got Tony Storm as well.
Oh, Tony Storm is winning, and then we get the debut of Tehakla. I think that's her name. The Spider Lady. We get the debut of Tehakla. They've been airing Spider vignettes on Dynamite. So
Oh yeah, I have.
she's on her way. Yeah, she's on her way in. So
Lewis, you got Tony Storm.
Yes, I do.
Right.
I'm with Cam. I'm not really vibing with the way the match has been built up, but I am very much vibing with Mina Shirakawa being a top contender for the title going forward, though. Very happy about that. That's another name, Cam. They signed Mina Shirakawa. Here's a title match. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Next, we have Anarchy in the Arena. We have the Death Riders. That's John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta. Marina Shafir is actually in this thing as well. Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson taking on Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale. And then you got the Ops, Samoa Joe, Katsuyori Shibata, and Powerhouse Hobbs.
if I had the pin, let me tell you how this match would go. If I had the pin, Willow Nightingale is going in there. Willow Nightingale is putting belt to ass on everybody, and Willow Nightingale is pinning John Moxley. That is how that match would go.
What the fuck?
Go in
What in
there.
the hell?
What the hell?
Shut up, Willow
The
Nightingale.
hell?
Shut up, Willow Nightingale's gonna go in there and she gonna put belt that. If I was booking, I'd
She's
have Willow
pinning
go in there.
Moxley?
Shut up, Willow. Go
Osprey.
in there, Shut up, Willow go in there. Willow put belt the ass on everybody. Willow would win, and then Willow would win.
I mean, let's make Willow AEW World Champ then. I'm for it.
It's better than Mox, bro.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
But
I think, actually, no. I think first off, this match is gonna be a lot of fun. I don't think they let a bad Anarchy in the Arena match. I'm like, you do get. I do worry about some of it because they've done like three of these, so I do worry that it's gonna be
Bro,
a
what
lot
Darby and
like
Jack
a lot
did
of-
last year was rough.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be a lot of like the same repetitive shit we've seen over and over again. But you do have Kenny Omega and you do have the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are very creative when it comes to shit like this, like when it comes to matches like this. So
Yeah.
I do think that'll be good. I don't like how Anarchy in the Arena has become a yearly tradition with AEW. I don't like that at all. I don't like how this Anarchy in the Arena and Blood and Guts being yearly traditions. I don't like it. I don't like it. They should have. I don't like it. There are some years where you should just take certain years off. I think this is one of those years to just take the year off. Same thing with Blood and Guts. I don't think we needed a Blood and Guts match this year, but we're getting one, obviously. But I don't like that. I don't like that it's an every year thing. But this should be a lot of fun. This should be a lot of fun. I do think we do see. I do think we see a spot in this match because Chris Statlander, because they've been telling the story slowly of Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale slowly getting back together, slowly rebuilding up their friendship. I do think there is a spot in this match where Willow is getting her ass whooped, and Chris Statlander makes the save for Willow. I do think we see Chris Statlander involved in this match.
Cam
think
Mike
we-
Cream.
I think we see Chris Statlander involved in this match. I think we
Who do
see
you love more,
Gabe.
Julia Hart or Chris Statlander?
Julia Hart. That's one. Julia Hart. That's my number one.
Y'all heard that Chris Statlander is available for y'all. Y'all heard that?
Fuck out of here.
Yo, we need a Lee Johnson push ASAP.
Facts.
Fuck it. Fuck y'all. But
He should beat Mox. Just
Facts, yo. Stitch,
Should.
Khris.
Stitch.
Hey,
You see, Stitch is like, hey.
See that shit? Yeah, bro.
But no, shut up. But no, I think Chris Statlander plays a role in this match.
Damn,
I
Tristan
think
taking your
Gabe.
girl.
I think Gabe Kidd is obviously going to play a role in this match here, and the fact that he's not in this match is fucking ridiculous.
I think that shit is stupid too.
Because like,
So can you give me what's been going on with Gabe Kidd? Has he wrestled on AEW? Has he?
He has not wrestled on Dynamite. He is not
So
wrestled on. He is not wrestled on television.
So how long has he been interfering in this story?
I say like maybe
I'm
2-3
gonna tell you what.
weeks.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened. He interfered in the cage match last week.
Yeah, he did. I saw that.
And then on Collision, John Moxley cuts a promo talking about how Gabe Kidd works for me. That was the promo he cut on Collision. Gabe Kidd works for me.
Oh, okay.
They don't have Gabe Kidd in this match. I don't understand. But I think Gabe Kidd is going to play a role here. I think the heels are going to win, and I think it's going to set up Gabe Kidd and Kenny Omega for Forbidden Door. That's what I think.
Oh,
okay. I'm with it. I'm with
that
it
too. Chat,
but not having Gabe Kidd in the match. Come on, man.
I mean, they got Wheeler Yuta.
I mean, Cam, do you need Wheeler Yuta in the match?
No, I don't.
Said no, I don't.
What do you call him? Wheeler useless?
He is Wheeler useless.
He needs a fucking haircut, dog.
Come on, man.
Chad is pretty convinced that Eddie Kingston's gonna return in this match.
Oh my
is
God.
that plausible? Like, what was his injury?
It was a broken leg, and I know he broke his leg. He broke his leg last year. I think he's been out for. I think the timetable works. He was supposed to be in Anarchy in the Arena last year, but he broke his leg at that New Japan show. So he broke. Trying to think. Eddie Kingston, he broke his leg last year. He was supposed to be in Anarchy in the Arena last year. He broke his leg at the New Japan show. And he broke his leg at the New Japan show prior to Double or Nothing. And I think that's why Darby Allin ended up taking his spot. Because I think Darby was the Eddie replacement. It was either Darby or Danielson as the Eddie replacement. I don't remember. But one of those two guys replaced Eddie. But Eddie coming back, I could see because he should be back anytime now. So.
It is. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Death Riders and the Bucks here.
I'm hoping Eddie Kingston, when he comes back going forward, is not in these brutal matches going forward. He should have a nice prominent main event role.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, please, Eddie's killed himself enough.
Bro, if he was healthy, bro, he would have been a perfect guy to run back that feud with Mox, bro. You remember that shit back in the day, a couple years ago?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my God, man. That was some good shit.
That boy Cam is creaming thinking about Hangman versus Eddie Kingston.
What's next?
All right, we got the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Final. We got Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter.
I really here's what I think they're gonna do, and here's what I think they should do.
Yeah.
What I think they're gonna do, I'm gonna tell you what I think they're gonna do and what I think they should do. I'm gonna start with what I think they should do. What I think they should do, what I think would be the smartest way to go here, would be for Jamie Hayter to win this match. You tell the story of Jamie Hayter wanting to get her belt back. The last time we saw Jamie Hayter on AEW television, or the last time before Jamie Hayter returned, the last time we saw her on AEW TV, she was the AEW Women's Champion. She lost the title in 2 minutes, in like a 2-minute match because she was legitimately injured going into it. They credit the injury in kayfabe to Tony Storm. Tony Storm and the Outcast fucked up Jamie Hayter backstage. Jamie comes out, the Valiant Babyface champion. I'm still gonna fight. Tony Storm wins in about 2 minutes to take her title. That's the last time we saw Jamie Hayter until All In last year.
Yeah.
So the story they should tell is Jamie Hayter, who's been back, right, who was back and has been slowly rebuilding herself back up. Jamie Hayter wins this match, and at Double or Nothing, you do Jamie and Tony with the story of Jamie Hayter wanting her belt back. She wants the belt back that she never technically lost, but she wants the belt back that she lost in 2 minutes. Tony Storm took her out of action. She wants her title back.
Yep.
That should be the story they tell. And then with Sasha Banks and then with Mercedes and Athena, you can tell the story of You can tell the story of Mercedes beating Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship and Athena getting her win back in Texas. You have two stories there that they should tell. Those are two stories there that they should tell that are easy to tell. That is what should happen. What I think is going to happen
Is Mercedes wins the Owens.
Is Mercedes is going to win the Owen, and we're going to get Mercedes and Tony at all out because Tony Khan at all in because according to Tony Khan, this is the biggest match they can do for the women, which I don't like. Also, a match between Mercedes and Tony. I'm gonna be honest with you. That match I think is big enough to main event its own. That match I think is big enough to main event its own AW pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But they're going to be at All In, so they're going to just be forced on the card. But the Jamie direction is the way I think they should go. But I just have a feeling. Mercedes is going to win. Unfortunately, that's not the decision they should make. Jamie Hayter should win. But
I'm gonna go Jamie Hayter here actually.
I'm going with my favorite women's wrestler of all time, Jamie fucking Hayter. Let's go. Haterade. I'm drinking it. I've been drinking it.
But I'm just thinking off the dome, but like AEW, they unless someone wants to correct me, but this is just what I see. When you have talent in a certain spot on the card, that's kind of where they stay. And I'm talking more like with Mariah May. I don't know if she's coming back. I'm just throwing out
I think she's WWE bound.
Just generally, right? You stick her in the world title scene, right?
Yep.
Did they make any attempts to do anything with the TBS championship, knowing that Mercedes is running low on opponents? No. It seems like AEW is kind of inept at moving people around.
I think with Mercedes, like, I feel like putting her in this position is kind of a big mistake because I feel like with her title run, the only thing you're really looking forward to is the matches, and you're going to sit through mid-ass programming, mid-ass promos, mid-ass segments, and you're going to force yourself to watch it because you know the end game, the match is going to be fire.
Yeah.
And to me, that's just not a good position, especially if you want to play around with her being AEW World Champion, which we know eventually it will happen. It's going to happen. We know eventually she's going to get that belt. But I just think what we're seeing with the TBS title reign right now, I don't have high hopes for her being world champion. I'm sorry.
I don't either. I don't like. I mean, like, there are a lot of really good women right now that could be challenging for the title. I know they did Billy Starks, but I like Billy Starks, so I would like to see her get more opportunities on Dynamite. Queen Aminata is really good. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know why Tony Khan refuses to put Deonna Purrazzo on television. Deonna Purrazzo could be one. I don't know why he refuses.
Deonna Purrazzo should be a main eventer.
I don't know where the fuck we went wrong.
I don't know either.
Thunder Rosa should be a main eventer. Like, all these women that built the foundation of AEW need to be main eventers. Like, TBS Championship should be like I don't know. Jade Cargill set the foundation. It should be somebody who you're incredibly high on and want to build up for the future. Like, I don't know how you fuck that up. Like, we're talking about from Julia Hart to Sky Blue to Queen Aminata to I'm not even gonna put Chris Statlander in that category because I think she's main eventer way before she won that fucking title. But I'm talking about women like that have yet to break through the ceiling, but you give them the TBS title to see what they can actually do. Can they be a good champion and can you build off of them?
Yeah.
And I don't understand why we're having main eventers try to elevate said championship when we already know what that championship is. Main eventers don't need to go for that championship anymore. Give it to the girls or to the women that actually deserve it. Like, Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Deonna Purrazzo should be a main eventer. She shouldn't be in that scene.
It was. I
Put
agree.
Billy Starks on that championship.
Yeah,
You
exactly. Billy Starks and Queen
Billy
Eminata,
Starks,
Penelope Ford. Penelope Ford
Penelope Ford, Anna Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like,
You could put motherfucking. I just had a name in my head. I just had a name in my head. Fuck, I fucking hate when that shit happens. But yeah,
absolutely.
like, come on, dog. There's so many women you could use in that mid card scene. Like, I hate the fact that main event women are going after that belt. That shit is so lame to me.
So Cam, you got Mercedes. I got Jamie. Lewis, you got
Jamie.
where?
I'm hoping. I'm drinking the haterade.
I hope it's Jamie. If Jamie
She's
wins,
my
I'm
favorite
Jamie.
women's wrestler of all time, bro.
I hope Jamie Hater wins. I hope Jamie Hater wins. I hope Jamie wins. I really do hope Jamie wins.
All right, next we have what should be the main event. We have the Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament Final. Winner gets an AEW World Championship match at All In Texas. We got Will Ospreay taking on Hangman Adam Page.
I think they did announce this as the main event last night. I think this match is main event.
Good.
So this match right here. So now that I know, So now that I know the fucking context behind it, Cam, I'm not gonna pull your leg and go the other way just to spite you. I think the Hangman and Swerve story is a continuation with them being unified.
Yeah.
And I think Hangman beats Ospreay and pulls the unthinkable so that he can get the shot at Mox. That's just
I'm going the other way. I think I think they go to double or nothing. I think Will Ospreay wins. I think Ospreay beats Hangman. I think Ospreay wins. I think Ospreay beats Hangman. I think the story AEW starts to tell with Hangman because they've been telling the story for a while. But I think the story they tell with Hangman,
alcoholic Hangman.
huh?
They brought that shit back. They brought that shit back last night.
Alcoholic Hangman.
Is I think Hangman is I think they're gonna tell the story slowly but surely of Hangman finally putting the shit with Swerve behind him, and it's gonna lead to Hangman teaming with Swerve against the Young Bucks at All In. I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm saying that's what I think is gonna happen. I think Hangman is gonna put the differences with Swerve that he has aside. So I think Will Ospreay is winning here. But sadly, because Darby Allin is climbing that damn mountain.
Yo, he's done climbing the mountain. So you know what that means? Remember what I told you?
I think Will Ospreay should win. I think Ospreay should win the Owen and should beat Moxley for the title. But I don't think he's going to. I really don't think.
You said damn bad. He said damn bad timing. Darby climbed that fucking mountain as soon as that Owen final was announced. He said, I bet Cam was like, damn it. Damn it, you stupid bitch.
He said, I ain't losing my title. Shot.
He said, hell no. He said, y'all want me to beat Mox this whole time. Now when I show up and beat Mox, y'all want to be mad. It's like, well, yeah, but circumstances, dude.
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
Read the room. Read the room.
Read the fucking room. You know what you did.
But I don't. Yeah, but I really do think Darby Allin should. Not Darby Allin. I really do think whoever wins this Ospreay Hangman, I'm not going to complain. I don't have an issue with either one of them. But whoever wins the Owen between Ospreay and Hangman should beat John Moxley in Texas. That's what should happen. They should beat him in Texas.
Should.
I'm gonna go Hangman here. I think this is gonna be AEW basically planting their Adam Page main character flag. The match also being in Texas. I can see it. I'm going Hangman. And that is Double or Nothing, chat.
So
got 8 matches officially. I guess soon to be determined. We got 2 more. But that is Double or Nothing. We got
Darby
one more.
Hangman, Ospreay, and Swerve is insane.
It is.
You know what I need, Cam? Jay White to win the fucking world title. I'm still holding on hope. It's not looking.
We might
good.
be waiting a long ass time.
We're gonna be waiting a long time. Yeah.
All right, we just gotta tackle NXT Battleground, and then we can get into our segments.
Yes,
the day I get skinny is the day Jay White's gonna win the title. The day I get skinny, the day Jay White's gonna win the title.
Don't say he'll never win it. Come on.
That's
man.
fucked. That's
Say he'll
fucked.
never win, bro. I got hope. I got hope, gang. I got hope. He should have dropped fucking MJF's bitch ass on his head on Full Gear, but it's okay. It's okay. Samoa Joe won it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just coping. Because you could have did the same to Jay White, but I'm fine. I'm fine. All right, let's go.
All right, we got NXT Battleground. I'm trying to see if we got a location for this. I can't find it. Maybe Shaq can help me out there. But we do have, I believe this is on the, I don't know if it's the pre-show, but we have Josh Briggs, Hank and Tank versus the Cullen. That is Sean Spears, Brooks Jensen, and the other guy.
All right, so NXT Battleground will be taking place Sunday, May 25th in Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. That it is.
Tampa, fucking Florida. You said the first match is what?
Josh Briggs, Hank and Tank versus the Cullen. That's Sean Spears.
Sean Spears, Nico, and Brooks. Okay. I'm going to go. This is a very. I'm going to go with the basic. No. I think I'm going to go with the Cullen. Because I think Hank and Tank need some competition in the tag title scene, and that's a great tag team title feud for them.
What you mean, bro? We got Dark State now. That shit is ass, by the way. People gotta relax on like, oh, they're new, they're finding their footing. Fuck all that, bro. Deion Lennox been there for a minute. Saquon Sugars is the best fucking part about that group.
Let him know. Lucky Ali, that's a star right there.
Yeah, Saquon Sugars. Yeah, no, yeah. There's still a lot of shit I gotta talk about. Like, wait till we get to my segment, bro.
Word.
That's what we do at DPW, man. That's what we do at DPW. We create world champions at DPW. That's what we do.
Nintendo Wii.
Shut up.
Nintendo Wii U.
Shut up. But that's what happens in DPW, bro. Future megastars are made. Jay Malachi.
So tell Shawn Michaels to sign Calvin Tankman.
Somebody need to sign Calvin. Javon Evans.
Somebody need to sign.
Javon Evans, Lucky Ali. That we produce champions. That's what we do. We produce champions here.
So can you tell Sean to sign Calvin Tankman?
I would tell him to sign Calvin Tankman and Violence is Forever, and he needs to buy he needs to buy Zombies by the Cranberries. That has to be their entrance. Well, if they get signed to a major promotion, they need to just go ahead and buy the rights to Zombies and the Cranberries. Or the Zombies by the Cranberries. That has to be their entrance, and they got to do the whole fucking thing where they come through the crowd with the entire crowd doing their entrance. I'm not accepting any other entrance music. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah, African. We want Calvin Tankman versus Obafemi. Is that too much for me to ask?
Bro, Calvin Tankman Obafemi. Give me Jake something in Obafemi. That's what I want.
No, you don't. You don't want that. That's problems for Jake Something. Jake Something couldn't even beat Trey Miguel. You think I'm worried about motherfucking him versus Obafemi?
I want Jake something.
No, next match, Chris. What the fuck? Next match.
Word. We got a match that I'm looking forward to. One of the most anticipated matches all weekend for me. We got Tony D taking on Stacks.
I think Stacks needs to win.
Needs it.
You have to solidify Stacks. This is the way to do it. I think Stacks is a perfect guy to beat Ricky Saints. I think Stacks is a great person to elevate. I've been telling y'all about Stacks, bro. I said, have him turn on Tony D and let's see what the brother can do. Because my man got the look. He do got the mic skills. He's better in ring than Tony. So sky's the limit. And now we seeing it. Hopefully they do the right thing. And Stacks dick kicks him and rolls him up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. This isn't going to be a one-off match.
No, absolutely not.
But you need the first match to solidify Stacks. Like I just beat Tony D. Like, what's up? Well, I just beat him. So,
I'm gonna go Stacks as well.
Put in
Let
the
me
chat.
toss the question out to y'all though.
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks since we've seen Adriana Rizzo. Do we think she remains loyal with Tony D, or does she make the switch too?
I
Stacks.
think the more shocking thing would be her joining Stacks.
I'd be with it, bro. I was thinking about it. I'd be with it.
I think she needs to join Stacks, and I think that's where that's where she should go. Honestly, like I want them to go full on in on Stacks.
Yeah, hell yeah. Cam, what you got, bro?
Yes, that's what it.
Yes, sir, Cam. Yes, sir.
Next, we got the NXT Women's North American Championship on the line. We got Sol Ruka defending against Kalani Jordan.
Sol
Ruka is winning. I have Sol Ruka.
She needs it.
Sol Ruka is winning, and then we are going to. I would be sad. I would cry when they break up Sol and Zarya. That duo has been so entertaining. I would cry when they break them up.
I want Zarya to turn heel and beat Sol. That's me.
That's why I would cry. Because I don't want
Zarya too good to not be a champ right now.
It's their time to shine now because Julia and Roxanne just got the official call up, so there's no excuses now.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry when Zarya turns. I'm gonna cry.
But yeah, I have Sol Ruka winning in another instant Women's North American Title Classic rematch. By the way,
yeah,
rematch.
Next, we got the TNA World Championship on the line. Joe Hendry defends against Trick Williams.
To me, this is the match that need a main event. That's me.
I think it's the women's match.
Yeah,
I get it, but to me, this is the main drawing match. To me, I'm sorry, it is. It's the story is too crucial. Like you have a chance to break the fucking wrestling world in half.
I get what you're saying there, but I don't know how good of a match this is going to be.
I agree. But to me, this is the most interesting match. You have a chance to have Trick Williams do one of the most impossible things. If somebody 10 years ago would have told you, hey, bro, the TNA World Title going to be defended at a WWE PLE, you're going to be, what the fuck are you talking about? But
you would have told him to start. You would have told him to lay off the crack.
Stay off the shrooms.
You would have told.
But here's why I say Trick. One, you're establishing you're grooming Trick for the main roster, because if you throw the TNA World Title on him, then you're gonna have to use him on the main roster.
Yeah.
Two, the amount of talent TNA has that can help groom Trick in the ring, he really needs that. Because Trick right now is in a company that's just all about talking or whatever. You go to TNA, you're gonna have to put in that work to have a good match. There's no excuses. You're gonna have to put in that work. You're gonna have to get your hands dirty in that match. You're gonna have to work. So I think it's perfect that he can go. Like the amount of talent he can work over there. Like he can work Eddie Edwards. He could work Zachary Wentz. He could work Trey Miguel. He can work fucking Jeff Hardy. He could work Leon Slater. Like there's so many guys over there that can help him be a lot more polished in the ring. Like he could work with the Mustafa Ali's and soon to be Mike Santana's. Like,
ooh, that'd be nice.
I think it'll be. I think it benefits both because the TNA title is getting a lot more exposure. This isn't how the AEW. Even though I think the partnership with AEW gets a little bit out of hand because Kenny did his job, that they never seen viewership like that ever again. But nonetheless, though, your title is being featured on big ass programming. Trick has actively been on both shows, so it's not like the AEW partnership where Kenny's only shown up for the pay-per-views. No, Trick has actively showed up on TNA and NXT like on the same week or whatever, so he can do that. And on top of that, you're helping Trick Williams develop more as a superstar in terms of his in-ring ability, because we know Trick can promo. We know Trick can be entertaining. We know Trick can tell a story. The main thing that's holding him back, why people don't want to see him in the ring, is his in-ring work. So I think it's extremely beneficial for both companies. And on top of that, you got a guy like Mike Santana that's supposed to be set up as the face of TNA, and with the heat with the heel heat Trick Williams is getting, that you're just catapulting Mike Santana even more. That's why I think it's beneficial for both companies. Because it doesn't matter who beats Trick. Whoever beats Trick is going to be in a fucking great light.
No, yeah, I agree. I think Trick should win.
I
I'm with
think
Lewis. I
Trick
think
is
Trick
beating
should
Joe
win.
Hendry.
I think he should. I'm with Lewis. I think he should.
Make it interesting.
Trick,
Yeah, fuck it.
Trick Williams going to TNA and learn Trick Williams. If you can't improve working with somebody like a Frankie Kazarian, working with somebody like a Eddie Edwards, working with somebody like a Trending, if you can't improve working with them people, this might not be the profession for you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna hold you.
Mm-hmm.
This might not be the profession for you. I'm not gonna hold you.
He said, "If you can't work with them, I don't know what to tell you." Are you having the McDonald's application on standby?
I already got it on stage. It's already filled out. It's already filled out. It's already filled out. I've been waiting to turn it in for a while. It's already filled out.
Now I will say the build to this match, though, I think what's mainly carrying the match is the potential history Trick can make and the star power Joe Hendry has. But the overall build itself, like, I'm sorry, you didn't need the concert or the rap performance. You didn't need any of that shit. This shit should have literally been, these guys are beating each other's ass and the whole locker room is coming to separate these guys because they can't be in the same room anymore. They can't.
The concert pissed me off low key because I was enjoying it. I was getting into it, bro. Joe Hendry was talking. Fuck out of here, mom. Joe Hendry was in talking. Joe Hendry was on there talking his shit. I had my phone. I had my lights up with the phone like this. I was filming his shit. I was like, okay, Joe. I feel you, Joe. And then Trick Williams gonna be a hating ass nigga and come out and ruin it. He's gonna be a hating
that's
ass
how I
nigga
feel
and come out
about
and
Finn
ruin the song.
Balor. There's always something good, and then I just hear that fucking music. That
You're
shit's
dumb.
But
Hating
Danielle,
ass nigga.
Daniel, here's what I also say why it benefits both companies. Joe Hendry already has one foot out the door. He's already gonna be gone. By the next year, he's gonna be gone. So if there's any perfect time to take the title off of Joe Hendry and not have it be so anticlimactic or whatever, and just throwing a random person at him like, oh, like we're just gonna have this guy beat him just to get the belt off of Hendry because he's leaving. Like, this is the perfect time to have that transition for Joe Hendry to go to WWE because he's gonna go. We know he's gonna go, and the best transition is for him to lose to Trick. I think Trick should get it.
No harm in that.
No harm
None
in
at
that.
all.
And I truly feel like this match isn't on Battleground unless something big is gonna truly happen.
So Trick beating Joe Hendry is almost a lock then.
I feel like it is a lock.
Fuck it. How long would you see him holding it if that's the case?
So let me.
I'm not really in tune with TNA.
All right, so I'm looking. So I'd say, what is it? We're May 22nd. It's gonna be May 25th.
Mhm.
I'd say give it. I'm just doing quick research. I'd say somewhere around Slammiversary. Slammiversary.
Okay, so that's like what? Is that like August-ish? September?
It is July.
July, okay.
It's a nice little rain. Cool. But here's the thing, Daniel, though. On an NXT pay-per-view, not a TNA one, because they want the most eyes on a history-making moment.
Right.
Trick beating Joe Hendry for the TNA title at a TNA pay-per-view doesn't get enough eyes on the product for TNA. But Trick Williams beating Joe Hendry on a WWE PLE is going to get more eyes on that product. On a history-making moment. You have to think about the history-making moment. What would be bigger? Trick winning it in TNA or Trick winning it in NXT? What show draws more and where can I get the most viewership going forward? And
NXT, it makes sense.
And plus, TNA has had or NXT has had so many opportunities to have any other title be defended on here as big as this one, and they have the TNA. It's the world title. Like, they could have easily done this at like fucking. They could have easily done this at Sacrifice and shit or whatever, but the fact they put it on Battleground. Because Ethan Page challenged for the world title at Rebellion.
That's true too.
I'm just saying. Trust me, I'm a diehard TNA fan. I'm telling you, bro.
I know you know your shit. That's why I trust what you say.
I'm telling you, gang. I'm telling you, there's a reason. Because if they really wanted to do that, they could have moved Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, and Kazarian to Battleground. But there's a reason. There is a reason why they moved this shit to Battleground. Yeah.
So we got Trick done.
I have Trick, yes. I do have Trick.
Cameron.
Trick Willie.
Wow, can you believe that the Trick Williams haters want Trick to win the TNA World title? Yes,
Here we are, big 2025.
Hey, we're logical with our shit. Even though we might not want it, we're logical. That would help.
Gotta be honest, bro. Gotta be honest.
We
with
have
what
to
we
be
do.
honest, man. All right, let's go. Come on, let's get the energy back up. Let's go,
We
man.
got the NXT Championship on the line. Oba Femi defends against Miles Bourne.
Cam, are you
Miles
ready for
Bourne.
Miles Bourne to have 7 near falls in under a minute?
Miles Bourne, I love you, man. Miles Bourne, I love you, man. I really, really do. If it was up to me, I put the title on you. Yeah, anybody that bags Stephanie McCare, I'll say, you know what, just put the title on him. So if it was me, I'd do it. But I'm sorry, bro. You got to get your. I'm sorry, bro. But Oba got to put belt to backside. That's what got to happen. Oba got to put. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I called him out his name. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I called him out his name. I disrespected Oba Femi. I'm sorry, Lewis. I'm sorry, Miles Moore, but big nigga Oba, that's something.
Yeah.
Big nigga Oba gotta go in there. Big nigga Oba gonna go in there. He gotta put belt to backside. I'm sorry.
Belt to
You gotta get your
backside.
ass whooped.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't have a belt, so I'm gonna take this shoe. But first off, fuck all the people that made fun of me for wearing these sandals. Fuck y'all. Fuck each and every last one of y'all. But secondly,
You could have cropped that shit out before you posted. I'm just saying.
I could have. But secondly, I'm coming on here to say, Oba Femi gonna put belt to backside. This is gonna happen.
You gonna
Big
put
nigga
belt
Oba
to
gonna put belt
backside?
It's gotta happen. He gotta put belt to backside.
Yes, these are Grinch slippers. Mind your business. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I'm not hating.
Mind y'all.
Do we see any NQCC presence here?
I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
Hold on a second. You did not call them.
I'm sorry. Ren
QCC,
QCC.
Yes,
I'm
thank you.
sorry.
The Ren QCC,
Fuck.
you motherfucker.
I think. Listen. I think with the friendship that the Ren QCC has, you should do everything in your power to make sure your man's walks out as fucking champion.
I don't think Charlie Dempsey wants to see that shit though. That's
I don't
the thing.
think, man. Fuck Charlie. Let's get this straight. Fuck Charlie. Not fuck him as a talent. Fuck you, Charlie. You on my Finn Balor shit list. That's what I'm gonna call my shit list. It is Finn Balor sponsored. It is Finn Balor Wait till I talk about Jasper Troy, bitch ass. Wait till I talk about him. Wait till I talk about him. Wait till I talk about him. But yes, no, fuck Charlie. With the friendship Ren and Tavion have with Miles, I know Miles should say like, yo, like I want to be. Oh, fuck that. If you, Cam or Mo was in a world title match, I don't care how I feel. I want to be a world champ too. But if I see any one of y'all in a world title match, hey Cam, I'm sorry. I know you want me in the back, but any chance I get to smack this motherfucker in the face with a chair, I'm gonna do it for you. You gotta.
I understand. I understand.
I gotta get like you mean to tell me this is probably the only chance he'll get? Let's cool. Let's go. We gonna make the most out of it. Make the most out of it. Make the most out of it. Bro, if Charlie intervenes, I swear to God, bro, Tavion better put belt to ass on that motherfucker.
And it wouldn't be too.
Man, fuck Charles, man. He on that Finn Balor shit list. My shit list is named Finn Balor shit list. It is sponsored by yours truly, Finn Balor. Because he's a fucking hater. Man, don't get me started on Finn. I hate
he's a loser.
He's a fucking loser. I don't care about him beating Penta. He's a fucking loser. He's a fucking loser. But yeah, no. Miles need to do everything he can. He need to do everything he can. You better expose every turnbuckle. You better get Eddie Kendo stick. You better frog splash from post to post to coast to coast. You better call Jacob Fatu and say, listen, gang, I need you to soften up. Oh, you better do whatever you can. I would. Shit.
Yeah, I look at your back. Stephanie McCurry. Have Stephanie McCurry out there destruct over 51 times.
You know what I'm doing? I'm calling up Ilya. I'm like, yo, I need some H-bomb lessons, gang. I really need it. Give me some H-bomb lessons, bro. Like, you tell me I got to pose like this? I'm like, That's a you mean to tell perfect form like this? I go.
Hey,
Oh
bro.
man.
Where's Lexus King when you need him?
Bro,
man?
I'm telling you, I'm hitting up Randy Orton, gang. Listen. People say I look like you. Teach me the punt kick. Teach me the punt kick. How do I get the most out of that punt kick? I'm doing everything I can. Oba, I'm telling Oba, you will not walk out of this champ, my boy. I promise you, I am doing everything in my power. I'm saying I get the Wyatt 6 to help. I don't care, bro. I'm getting everybody I can. This is the world title. Probably the only chance I'm gonna get. Oh yeah. If y'all were in the same position, I would too. Cam, I know you want me in the back, but I got these brass knucks on. The moment he come to me, I'm gonna sock him. I'm gonna sock him.
I don't blame you.
Sock him. When the ref turns his back and Oba on the ground, I'm up. Yeah, bitch. Yeah. Illegal lumberjack match. That's what we gonna do. Yeah. We gonna smack him in the face with the belt. I'm gonna ref bump. I'm gonna get the ref out of there. We gonna smack Obi in the face with the belt. On some real shit. We gonna pull some Undisputed Era versus Johnny Gargano type shit. That's what we gonna. We gonna combo his ass all day. If it work, it work. If it don't, we tried.
Right,
But in short terms, Chad, Oba. Oba.
Yeah.
Oba.
In so many words, Oba. Yeah.
In so many words, Oba. Oba fucking Femi.
All right, and what should also be the main events. NXT Women's Championship is on the line. Stephanie Vaquer defends against Jordan Grace.
I think.
You think this is the one? You think Jordan does it?
I'm gonna go Stephanie. But it wouldn't surprise me if they're already sold on Stephanie on the main roster and Jordan does it. I'm not confident in my Stephanie choice, but I'm going to go Stephanie. I'm
gonna go Jordan, bro. I'm gonna go Jordan here, bro. I think Stephanie's ready. I think WWE sees that. She was never supposed to be down there that long. Same exact shit with Julia. I don't know what they would plug her on the main roster, bro, but it's gonna work.
Cam, you the tiebreaker.
I think Stephanie retains.
All right, 2 for Stephanie, 1 for Jordan, bro. That is NXT Battleground. We went through all the predictions, bro.
Wait, did y'all notice? Hold on. Real shit. I just noticed something about the Ren QCC. Huh. Cam, walk with me. They've been slowly telling the story about all of them getting their individual shine. It started off with Charles being the Heritage Cup champion.
Yep.
Followed by Ren Sinclair going into Deadline.
Yep.
Followed by Miles Bourne going after Oba.
Yep.
The last guy they got to push is Tavion.
Save the best for last.
They're saving the best for motherfucking last.
Damn,
I
boy.
just noticed that slowly over the past year and a half, they've been telling the story that they're getting their own individual success.
We're going to be getting Tavion hype grabs. We're going to be getting Tavion Heights minutes on the NXT, and I'm excited. We're going to be getting Tavion
Heights finally going to get starter minutes. He finally going to get starter minutes.
Oh, I can't wait.
Tavion versus Ricky. Don't play with me like that.
Damn.
Don't play with me like that. Don't do that. Ooh, don't do that. Oof. Ricky, I'm sorry. Say goodbye. What's so Illuminati say? Say goodbye. It's rap. You can move up to the NXT title seat now.
Honestly,
you can move up. It need help. It need fucking help.
It need all the help it can get, bro.
It need help. Go save it. Go bring your bitch ass feud to Ethan Page to that title, please. Chill. When they hold all the gold in 2026, hey, hold on, wait, hold. You said Tavion is NXT champion and Miles Bourne is North American champion. I'm with it.
Draped in gold like Undisputed Era, bro.
Charles bitch ass can stay in the back. His hating ass can stay in the back. Not having Ricky on the PLE is weird. I agree. But it's okay. Tavion versus Oba, y'all not ready for that. Stop acting like you're ready for that. You're not ready for that. Y'all want the world to explode? There's a reason they've been saving Tavion. There's the reason why they made Tavion the most fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? The most
What's the word?
naive person in the fucking group because he's the happy-go-lucky guy that wants everybody to get their shot. Watch all of them look at Tavion like, well, we had our shots. Go get yours. Oh, we gonna awaken a beast. We gonna awaken a beast.
Mm,
Cam, you said
I'm
you
here
want
for it.
Tavion Heights versus Josh Alexander? I wish.
Cam said you want Tavion Heights versus the Miz, bro.
Yeah, hell, hey.
Hey.
Hey. Tavion, Cam, what you know about that Tavion versus Chad Gable?
I think Tavion and Miz would be a very good match.
You said Tavion versus Gunther? Oh shit, man. I like that. Big meaty men slapping me.
Matt Thunder, yeah, we did predict Soul versus Jordan.
Yes.
I had Soul Ruka.
I had Soul
Snatcher.
because Zarya's gonna whoop that ass. So
y'all
I
ready
believe
for-
we're segments.
Yeah. So how do you want to do this? Do you want all right? So I can go first. Do you want to go last because you're doing Moe's, or do you want to go next anyway?
I think I should go last because your segments ain't as long as Mo's.
Right.
Respectfully.
Right.
So
All right. Let me get you guys off here, and we gonna get started. Yeah, it's just me, Oos, and Stitch, and you already know. But we gonna do it, bro. We got match of the week, episode number. I don't fucking know. You guys know the drill. But we're here. We got 3 matches for y'all this week, and we got some bangers. One match that kind of surprised me. We'll get there. We'll get there. Starting off with Fraxium. I feel like Fraxium is gonna be a regular on these things, bro. Fraxium versus DIY. SmackDown. Now, Fraxium, they're off the cusp of that big upset win. I guess if you want to call it that, against the Street Profits last week, even though the Profits weren't at 2 weeks ago now. Even though the Profits weren't at 100%. But this match cooked, bro. It went 11 minutes. Let's talk about it. This match basically came about because after the match last week that Fraxium had with the Profits, DIY seen Fraxium backstage and they fucked them up. So that's basically why we got this here. So the match starts fast paced. Fraxium starts with momentum, almost the same way as they started the match last week. If you remember, Axiom had at the time Montez Ford in the Black Widow, and Frazier set up running the ropes fast as fuck, and then landing a kick to end it off. They did the same thing this time with Tommaso Ciampa. Fraxium attacks DIY with a dive train. You know how they do. Kind of like Seth Rollins back in the day. I don't think he does it no more. How he just goes in, does the suicide dive to the outside, back in the ring immediately, then another one, so on and so forth. It was just the barrage. Back in the ring, Fraxium was going for a springboard maneuver, but slipped on the attempt. I thought it was a botch in the moment, but Johnny Gargano actually pulled the ropes and fucked him up. Axiom gets tossed into the barricade, and we go to commercial. Frazier gets the hot tag, super kicks Ciampa. It's a sling blade to Gargano, followed by a springboard inverted DDT. Not the most prettiest inverted DDT, but it worked. So that's some shit I'll never be able to do. Gargano catches Frazier with a super kick. If you guys remember Adam Cole versus Ricochet, I know Lewis knows. Adam Cole and Ricochet from NXT Brooklyn, I think 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. He went for a springboard moonsault, did Axiom. Or no, it was I think it was Frazier. We'll go with Frazier. Frazier was going for a springboard moonsault. And Johnny Gargano, he did his homework, but he fucking clocked him. He caught him with a super kick midair. And then he gives Frazier a fairy tale ending into a super kick combination to a 2.5. Ciampa and Frazier are the legal men. Ciampa delivers Project Ciampa for a near fall. Johnny tags in, and Frazier and Johnny are fighting for position on the top rope. Frazier's looking for the superplex. He gets pushed off. He takes out Ciampa in the process, leaps back up to the top rope. Axiom tags in at this point. Frazier's still on the top rope, delivers a superplex, and then Axiom sneaks in for a super kick into a brain buster to Johnny Gargano. It looked like the match was over, but Ciampa breaks it up with a knee strike to Axiom. Axiom tries to lock in a submission on Johnny Gargano, but Tommaso Ciampa comes in. He tries to rip the mask off of Axiom's face. Frazier takes it. He takes out Ciampa. Then Johnny takes out Frazier. Johnny went for a roll up, and then Axiom actually caught him while Johnny was trying to get the roll up. Somehow Axiom somehow landed all of his body weight onto Johnny Gargano, and he got his own roll up for the win. So we see Fraxium back-to-back weeks now with big wins against formidable teams. The Street Profits, they're tag team champions. And then last week with DIY. I know SmackDown largely is a shit show, but these last couple of weeks, ever since Fraxium's been on the main shows, bro, they've been cooking, bro. They've been cooking. Hope to see more of it. Next, yeah, Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Roxanne Perez. It's that match I was talking about. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, bro. Natalya, bro. She's a good wrestler, bro. I know she's boring as fuck, bro, but she's a good wrestler now. Now, this was a triple threat. This is a Money in the Bank qualifier match to see who gets into the Money in the Bank ladder match, obviously, June 7th. This match went 15 minutes. Early in the match, Natalya looks to set up Becky in the sharpshooter before she can lock it in. Roxanne delivers a Hurricane Rana DDT to Becky Lynch, who is still in the sharpshooter. Natalya delivers a baseball slide to Becky, who's on the outside, and Roxanne takes everyone out with her own dive to the outside, and we go to commercial. Back from commercial, it looked like Roxanne was looking for a Russian leg sweep to Becky, but Natalya actually hits both of them with a double discus lariat. Shout out John Huber and Luke Harper. Roxanne jumps from rope to rope in a springboard moonsault to both Becky and Natalya. Nice little spot there. Becky escapes a Pop Rocks attempt and delivers a manhandle slam to a near fall. Can we just talk about the manhandle slam for a second? That shit fucking sucks. Like, I don't know what's been going on lately, but ever since Becky's been back, whenever I've been seeing people take the manhandle, it's like they don't know how to set it up properly. They don't know when to time it up. It just doesn't look right no more. Can we just do the disarmer, bro, and call it a day? It's 2025, bro. Come on. So Natalya locks in the sharpshooter, and Roxanne is screaming in agony. So for my sports fans here, you know how you're a rookie and you have your welcome to the NFL moment or your welcome to the NBA moment type shit. Like you get clocked as a rookie, like you get hit hard as fuck. This to me was Roxanne's welcome to the main roster, because this was her first official match on the main roster as a Raw superstar. She signed with Raw earlier in the day. So she's screaming in agony, locked in the sharpshooter, and Becky breaks it up. Natalya delivers a discus clothesline and goes back to the sharpshooter on Roxanne. However, this time she includes Becky in on the fun, and Natalya has both women in the sharpshooter. Stitch, I know, bro, but she's a hooper, bro. She's a hooper, man. Fucking hooper. I wasn't expecting it. I mean, I don't get excited when I see Natalya on TV, but I got to give her flowers. Becky makes it to the ropes, and let's see, I got lost. Becky makes it back to the ring and delivers the manhandle slam to Natalya. Before Becky can complete the cover on Natalya, though, Lyra Valkyria pops up, and she starts going in on Becky. And for whatever reason, Natalya, she starts focusing on Becky, who's already getting fucked up by Lyra, and she gets hit with Pop Rocks. And Roxanne Perez wins the qualifier match, and she is going on to Money in the Bank. I'm glad they didn't give it to Natalya because, and Becky Lynch, I mean, I'm cool. So shout out Roxanne Perez. She wins her first match on Raw as an official Raw superstar. And our third and final match, we got Shawn Legacy versus Ashante, the Adonis, versus Javon Evans. This wasn't advertised as a number one contendership match for the North American Championship, but commentary was playing into it as whoever wins this match kind of has the momentum for Ava to say, all right, you won the match, you've been hooping, you get Ricky next. So it wasn't officially a contendership match, but that's what it was. It's what it was built as. Before the bell officially rings, Shante the Adonis throws his jacket in Javon's face. Javon's looking for the cutter early on Legacy and catches him into a backslide to a 1 count. Javon gets sent to the outside with a drop kick. Sean Legacy's charging up for a dive of sorts, but is met with a clothesline by Shante the Adonis. Shante the Adonis lands a top rope corkscrew dive to Javon, who's still on the outside. I don't know what happened here. Javon really wasn't in the right position. It looked like Ashante the Adonis hit the ground more than he actually made contact with Javon. But he ended up being okay. Back in the ring, Ashante the Adonis hits a tilt-a-whirl head scissor to Legacy. The match spills to the outside, and before commercial break, Javon lands a huge suicide dive, taking everyone out. We come back from commercial. Shante catches Devon with a lariat after Devon. I'm not even going to say that word. I can't believe I put that word in my notes. But you know what the NXT crowd be saying about Devon. He was on the ropes, and let's see. We got Sean Legacy. He nails Ashante the Adonis with a springboard drop kick. And at this point, I've never heard this in my life. NXT crowds are something different, but we had "They Are Cooking" chants. They Are Cooking chants. I fucks with it. Sean Legacy sends Ashante the Adonis to the outside and delivers a sexy top rope, tope con hilo. Sean Legacy tries to set himself up on the top rope, but Javon Evans, like Spider-Man, leaps to the top rope and hits Legacy with a Hurricane Rana. And chat, you really got to go back and watch the height that Javon Evans got on this top rope Hurricane Rana. He was fucking up there, bro. So Javon hits this, and almost immediately, Ashante the Adonis tries to steal it. He tosses Javon to the outside. He gets the cover on Sean Legacy, but only to a 2.5 count. We got "This Is Awesome" chance at this point. Ashante the Adonis and Javon start throwing hands in the middle of the ring. Ashante clocks Javon with a forearm that breaks the chain off Javon's neck. So we got a real life chain snatcher. Ashante the Adonis delivers a beautiful float over DDT. One of the more underrated moves in all wrestling. A beautiful float over DDT. He does a kip up and a super kick to Javon in the same breath. He goes for the cover, and Sean Legacy breaks it up with a springboard 450. At this point, now we have fight forever chance. Javon hits a normal cutter or an RKO to Sean. Ashante the Adonis tries to send Javon to the outside, but Javon rebounds off the bottom rope and reverses into a German suplex to Ashante the Adonis. All of a sudden, Ethan Page attacks Ricky Saints, who's on commentary, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Ricky Saints was on commentary. Security tried to break it up, and so there's just a, like, fucking calamity at ringside, right? All by the announce desk. It's the security is like 6 to 8 security guards, and Ricky and Ethan all scrapping on the outside. I don't know if this is just his age showing, but they made Javon look like a fucking idiot here. He said fuck the match and decided to just float over the top rope and take everybody out, forgetting that he can still lose the match without getting pinned. So looks like Ashante the Adonis was going for a frog splash or an elbow, some shit like that. It didn't matter because he didn't get to land it. He was going for it on Sean Legacy. He crashed and burned. Legacy delivers his finish. I'm still getting used to what it is and what it's called. But he gets the pin over Ashante the Adonis after Javon Evans decides that fuck the North American Championship. Fuck the match. Fuck Ashante the Adonis. Fuck Sean Legacy. He wants to get bouncy, bro. I'm gonna just say he wanted to get bouncy. Stitch, I know. But that is my matches of the week. I'm gonna get Cam up here next. I'm gonna see y'all in a bit.
What's going on, guys? Let's get into some news. We done had a lot of news break, especially today. So let's get into the news here. Real quick, let's get into the news here. As we all know, AWW Sunday. We did predictions for that. And Tony Khan spoke to the media. And Tony Khan spoke to the media. He did the media calls that he usually does. And here's some key takeaways from that. Tony Khan told John Alba he views Double or Nothing as a full card when deciding the main event. but he didn't directly explain why Osprey and Hangman was closing. So there you go. Contra, Andrew Baydala, they like having multiple pay-per-view partners and hope to add Max soon, but no data set. Also, AEW Max, they're still kind of working. Also, HBO Max, they're still kind of working on the lightning they need to stream pay-per-views on. So there you go. Um, so there you go. Um, and women's tag team titles are also expected to be added fairly soon. So there you go. WrestleMania 42 has been pulled from WrestleMania 42 was pulled from New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans will instead host Money in the Bank 2026, and it looks like WrestleMania is going back to Vegas. We going back to Vegas, folks. WrestleMania back in Vegas, night two. Hope y'all ready to hear Fiend. I hope y'all weren't sick of hearing that damn song. I hope y'all weren't sick of it. Y'all better learn to like it. Y'all better learn to like Fiend. Better learn the lyrics. Better learn the lyrics to Fiend. So there you go. Zoe Stark suffered a knee. Zoe Stark, as we all know, suffered a knee injury on Raw. It has not been said yet what the injury is, I don't think, but WWE officials are not expecting Zoe Stark back on television for the rest of the year. So there you go. Roman Reigns is in talks for a live-action Street Fighter role, possibly as a Kuma. According to Fightful, Deadline reported on May 21st that Roman Reigns is in talks to appear in the upcoming live-action Street Fighter film as Akuma. Sources told Fightful that nothing has been finalized yet regarding his involvement. Fightful also heard that Reigns is being considered for the role of Akuma, a shocking fit given the character's traditional look and mystique. So there you go. Roman Reigns is playing Akuma, so there you go. Headline. Here we go. Jacobs, WWE, Luke Jacobs, WWE status unclear amid UK tryout signings. Here are some key takeaways from that. WWE held tryouts in the UK. Mike D, the set show, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and Age Blanc are all expected to sign with WWE and start in September. Another name that is expected to sign with WWE is Zozea. I think that's how you say his name. Zozea. I'm not sure how you say his name. That is a name that I'll be honest with you. I don't really think he's good yet, but with Zozea, this is more like. But with Zozea, I like the signing for WWE because I think he has incredible potential. I think he's going to be a very big star, but he's going to need a lot of polishing. He's going to need some polishing there. But Luke Jacobs, the current Progress World Champion, did impress people at the tryout. Multiple sources on the European scene believe he's on his way to WWE also. A source close to Jacobs also believes he will sign with WWE with this year. However, Jacobs, the Fightful Select has now confirmed that Jacob has signed. Another source claimed that he will not. So basically, somebody saying one thing, somebody saying the other. He might sign with WWE, he might not. If you care about this, Janai Kai is leaving MLW. So there you go. Travis Scott is rumored. Travis Scott is rumored for WWE Money is rumored for WWE Money in the Bank. The pitched idea, according to PW Insider, is Logan Paul, John Cena, and Travis Scott taking on Cody Rhodes, Jimmy, and Jey Uso. What a compelling television product there, folks. And Ace has left TNA. This is according to Scott D'Amore, former X Division champion. Ace Austin has officially departed TNA Wrestling after his contract reaches end. The departure was very amicable. In a column, former TNA president Scott D'Amore confirmed that the exit was mutual and respectful, stating that Ace Austin is just ready for the next step. So there you go. Hey, that's all the news I got for you. So there you go. All right, Lewis, bring your ass up here.
Hello. Um, sorry, I'm eating because I haven't eaten all day. But you know, the dude's got to eat. I see Cam fat ass eat all the time, so don't make fun of me. But here we go. So we got your wrestlers to look out for. On God, we only got some. Khris, if you don't mind, to hold on. Not yet. If you don't mind putting that shit on screen for me, brother, appreciate it. Here we go. So we got your wrestlers to look out for May 22nd, 2025. That is the date for today. And we only got it for the main event in the mid card. I will tell you guys though, I did watch my first episode of Evolve today. And do I recommend watching it? Yeah, I do. It's not a whole bunch of grabs or anything. It's the foundation so far. So obviously things ain't gonna be grabs heavy from the beginning. But you know, over time, I think Evolve is gonna be good. I think Evolve is actually a really good thing right now. But I think Evolve is definitely recommended to check out, considering there's going to be a lot of Evolve talent transitioning over to NXT. And yeah, so definitely check out Evolve because Evolve superstars will be here in the future. So definitely check it out. So first coming up is R-Truth. The reason I say R-Truth, he's been carrying this build up with Cena on his back the past 10 years. I think it's really funny how R-Truth is going to be the one to set it off, like Cena, this ain't for you, like this ain't you. And he's probably the only person in kayfabe that still thinks Cena is genuinely a good guy. And he's using what Cena said over the years to kids and stuff, and he's using that in this feud. Like, I'm never gonna give up. And if I gotta beat it in Cena, then I will never give up. You know? So I think R-Truth is doing some good work right now. Sorry, excuse me. Shout out R-Truth. Next up is Alexa Bliss. This is very refreshing to see Alexa Bliss on this list because she just qualified for Money in the Bank. Fun fact, she was the youngest woman in that triple threat, by the way. I think Alexa Bliss is, I believe she's only 33 years old. Alexa Bliss is still very, very young. So shout out Alexa Bliss, man. But she's still incredibly young. Y'all need to know that. So anybody calling her Alexa Hogan and saying she doesn't put over young stars, she's still one of the youngest on the roster. That being said, though, hold on, guys. All right, excuse me. With that being said, though, it's refreshing to see Alexa on this list because Alexa literally debuted at the Rumble. They had nothing for her. They did some shit with the Wyatt Six or whatever, teasing or whatever, but they did nothing for her. So to see Alexa Bliss, not only because I hate when WWE, they just throw people on TV with no clear-cut direction. That's a reflex. Alexa does have some direction, though. I'm fine now. Alexa does have some direction, though. She does. Not only is she in Money in the Bank, but the shit with Charlotte, I'm rocking with the story with Charlotte so far. It's like she's trying to help Charlotte find herself because Alexa Bliss is telling the story, hey, when nobody wanted to give me the time of day, you helped me out. And Charlotte is being a dweeb. She's being a dickhead saying, I don't remember any of that shit. What the fuck? Like, I don't. But Alexa ain't forgetting. And I think she's trying to help Charlotte get out of the dark and get back into the light the same way Alexa Bliss had to get out of the dark and get into the light, the same way Charlotte helped her out. I think it's a nice story. I think it's a very touching story. And on top of that, it gives us the elevation for Charlotte that we were begging for her to have. Get in storylines that don't involve a championship. Get in storylines to show this other side of you as a professional wrestler. We know what you can do when championships are involved and whatnot. Very inconsistent. But show us another side of you. And I think this Alexa Bliss story, I'm really fucking with it. So shout out Alexa Bliss. Y'all know me. Whether I like somebody or not, whether I like something or not, I got to be logical. And we have to judge based on the presentation. Jasper Troy. Yes, I'm putting him in the main event. That doesn't mean I agree with it, though. What can I say? You guys already know how I feel about LFG. I think LFG sucks. I don't think there's really any serious growth in LFG. To me, I think LFG is way more disrespectful. Like it's disrespectful, especially to the people in Evolve that have to go through a system. But people in LFG can go on a TV show and get more TV time than the people on Evolve. It's crazy to me. Nonetheless, Jasper Troy showed up and got involved in a Miles Bourne and Obafemi segment, and he laid out Obafemi, did a fake ass black hole slam, and yeah, yeah, that's it. So I guess in the future they're gonna run Oba and Jasper Troy. Do I agree with it? No, because what the fuck? But nonetheless, yeah, Jasper Troy is on the list. Next on the list is Mina Shirakawa. Mina Shirakawa has had some serious steam on AEW. Mina Shirakawa has been putting on some very good matches. And going forward, Mina Shirakawa is a person to look out for when it comes to the AEW Women's World title scene. Do not be surprised in the future if they ever consider her AEW Women's Champion. 100%. She is that damn good. So shout out Mina Shirakawa. Plus, she beat Julia Hart. Fuck you, Cam. Next on my list, and the final main event person I have on this list is Mustafa Ali. The reason I have Mustafa Ali is his faction is gaining a lot of steam. John Skyler and his tag team partner just got a big win. And Mustafa Ali is like his faction is laying out everybody, and that has a lot to do with Mustafa Ali. So Mustafa Ali has been running rampage over TNA, and Mustafa Ali has been that guy. So for the mid card, I'm gonna go JC Mateo. Now, Cam was cooking earlier on JC Mateo's presentation, the matches or whatever, but nonetheless, JC Mateo, it seems like they got some good, decent booking plans for him. He beats LA Knight in his debut. Decent showing, but I really want to talk about JC Mateo because I'm with Cam, not more so on the match thing. I think the match quality aspect will be fixed. I don't like his presentation. And I'm not saying what he's doing ain't believable. I don't like his attire. This isn't the Jeff Cobb I know. Like the Jeff Cobb I know was singlet, hands wrapped, we gonna get down and dirty. That's the Jeff Cobb I know. Not this black shirt, black wraps, jeans, and regular shoes kind of guy. That's not who Jeff Cobb is, and that's not how you're making somebody a killer. I'm sorry. That's just not for me. That is just not something for me. So please get JC Mateo some real fucking attire, please. Next on the list is the best superstar Evolve has to offer. This man, you heard Khris talk about it, this man pulled off a major upset against Ashante the Adonis and Javon Evans. He won the triple threat, and he's going to end up facing Ricky Saints for that North American Championship. The man that we all begged to get featured on NXT more because of his showing in the Battle Royal, and that is Sean Legacy. Sean fucking Legacy, Super Sean Legacy is a hooper. Now, if you guys don't know, Evolve right now is filling up their spots for their Fatal 4-Way title eliminator to determine the first ever WWE Evolve champion. Not Evolve champion, but the first ever WWE-based Evolve champion. I think it's a good idea. Obviously, Super Sean Legacy is in that match, along with Keanu Carver and Idris Enofe. Idris Enofe beat Oro Mensa for an opportunity at it. So, nonetheless, and then we have a fatal. We have a triple threat match between James Drake, Oasis, and I believe Lindsay Dorado for the final spot in that Fatal 4-Way, and I believe it's going to go to James Drake. But nonetheless, Super Sean Legacy has been on a roll, not only in Evolve, but in NXT. He pulls off an upset. He looks fucking phenomenal. And if you ask me, I think he should lose in the Fatal 4-Way. I think James Drake should be booked to win the Fatal 4-Way, and I think Super Sean Legacy should go ahead and go into NXT full-time because, one, they need people, and two, he's over as fuck over there already. So shout out Sean Legacy. He's making a name for himself. Next up on the list is the guy he pinned, Ashante the Adonis. I need Ashante to have more matches. He needs to have more matches. This guy is way too talented, way too athletic, and his character work is so good for him to not be in a super prominent role on any division. I think he's great for the North American title scene. I think he needs to be put in more banger matches because those three men had the place fucking light up. And even though I'm happy that Super Sean Legacy ended up getting the W, I'm just sad that Ashante had to be the one to get pinned because I know they're not going to pin Javon, but Ashante is underrated. I'm telling y'all, man. I think they have something special with Ashante, and I think they need to, put him up out there even more. Next on the list, Cam. I hope you're happy about this one. Anthony Bowens. I was thinking about putting Ricochet on this list, but I'm going to put Anthony Bowens on this list because what I saw from that Ricochet match is they got really good plans to push Anthony Bowens as a singles guy. They really got plans. Ricochet had a cheat to be Anthony Bowens, and Anthony Bowens looks great as a solo guy. He definitely looks like he's definitely that fresh blood we want in a mid-card scene for sure. Like Anthony Bowens is a hooper. I think everybody knew he was a hooper, but he's a real-life hooper. And Anthony Bowens really impressed me against Ricochet. Anthony Bowens might be one of the best strikers visually in all of wrestling. So, shout out Anthony Bowens. Next on this list is Speedball Mike Bailey. Like I said, bro, the man is being pushed incredibly hard in AEW. He's about to face Okada at Double or Nothing, and he has yet to be pinned in AEW. If that's not strong booking, I don't know what is. And even then, so if he loses to Okada, that's his only first pinfall loss in AEW, and your first pinfall loss is against Okada. Yeah, the company got some high hopes for you. So shout out Speedball because he deserves it. Next on this list is a TNA knockout, Xia Brookside. Now, Xia Brookside and Rosemary have been telling a little story about Xia Brookside joining the dark side and bringing out the aggression out of her. Because if you watch TNA, you know Xia Brookside is a happy-go-lucky girl. She's innocent as hell, and she's your white meat baby face. But I like the character work they're doing with Xia Brookside. She had brass knucks on her hand. She went ape shit on Rosemary. So I think this could be really good for Xia Brookside because Xia Brookside is one of the most underrated women's wrestlers on the planet. And I think she definitely needs more love. And I think her going into the dark side with Rosemary is a very good opportunity for her. So shout out Xia Brookside. Next on the list is Matt Cardona. Yeah, the only reason I have Matt Cardona on here is because he's going to be helping Steve Maclin a lot more with his title reign. Like I told you, I think Steve Maclin is without a doubt the best champion in all of professional wrestling. If he's not the best, he's definitely, number 2. But nonetheless, Matt Cardona is going to end up facing Steve Maclin for the TNA International Championship. And that shit is going to be fire. That shit is going to be fire, and he's going to help elevate Steve Maclin even more with that championship. So shout out Matt Cardona. And last but not least, I have her in mid-card because, they haven't solidified her in the main event scene yet. But Indy Hartwell, she won her debut match in TNA, and it seems like Indy Hartwell might end up facing Tasha Steelz, have a mini feud right there, and that's good because Tasha Steelz is an established knockout. She is a former Knockouts champion. She is a former Ultimate X winner. So that'll be good for her to, really set the foundation that the Indy Hartwell era has arrived. So yeah, and on top of that, if we're looking how things are going to go, if the plan is for Masha Slamovich to drop the belt to Tessa Blanchard, then Indy Hartwell is the perfect white meat baby face to take the belt off of Tessa Blanchard. So, yeah. So, that is the list. I will stop sharing. And I'm going to get into Mo's stuff with your wrestlers with this weekend wrestling history. Before I get started, chat, I am not going to put Mo's business out there. I am not going to insinuate any of you guys so that you can figure out what's been going on with Mo. But I'd like for you guys to go in the Discord and just at Mo and just say, we love you, bro. We're here for you. You just don't know what people are going through. That's why Mo's not on here. He's going through a lot. So just go in the Discord at Mo. Say, Mo, we love you. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. You're awesome. He is the face of Rated M. He is the host. This is his channel. So I hope all of you guys at Mo and let him know he going to be straight with us. Let him know that he got a community. Let him know that the community he built really rocks with him and not just because Mo built it. Let him know, we really fuck with Mo. So like I said, I'm not going to insinuate nothing. I'm not going to have y'all figure it out. That would be extremely private, but just so y'all know, Mo needs y'all support right now. So if you could tell him that y'all love him, that he's like the best host ever, that would be greatly appreciated. Mo knows he got us. With that being said, though, I got to fill in for my brother, right? So here we got this week in wrestling history. So we got May 22nd. On May 22nd, TLC 3 happened in 2001. So shout out TLC 3. In 2016, we had Extreme Rules, which was, I'm pretty sure, Roman Reigns and AJ Styles. That was a banger fucking main event, if y'all remember that. 2020, on May 22nd in 2020, we had Double or Nothing. So shout out AEW for having Double or Nothing. And birthdays on May 22nd. Santana Garrett is turning 37 years old. Bray Wyatt, unfortunately, who passed away in 2023. It would be his birthday. And so shout out Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, turning 44. And last but not least, Brian Pillman, unfortunately passed away in 1997. So happy birthday and rest in peace to those individuals that are not here with us. May 23rd in 1999, we had Over the Edge. 1999, we had Over the Edge. If you guys know why that pay-per-view was iconic for the wrong reasons, rest in peace, Owen Hart. 2021, May 23rd, we had Double or Nothing again. So AEW has been right on track with these shows, right? And birthdays for May 23rd, Alex Shelley turning 42 years old tomorrow. So happy birthday, Alex Shelley. Elijah Burke or the Pope D'Angelo De Niro be turning 47. Still looks great, still phenomenal as ever. It would have been Owen Hart, unfortunately, did pass away this year in 1999. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read Mo's handwriting and his shit is ass. I can't read that name. But yeah, so Owen Hart unfortunately passed away in 1999, and there is another wrestler. I just cannot read the name because Mo's handwriting sucks. Now, May 24th, we got Raw's War in 1999. And birthdays, Hana Kimura. Yeah, Hana Kimura. That's the name he wrote on here. I just couldn't make it out. But yes, rest in peace, Hana Kimura. That is the fellow wrestler. That was Hana Kimura. Hey, Mo! Hana Kimura. Then we got let me see. So B-Days, we got ADR turning 48 years old. Defs, Vince McMahon Sr. Then we get into, is that Alberto Del Rio? I'm not fucking saying happy birthday to him. Got me fucked up reading this fucking list. I was like, what the fuck is ADR? It's Alberto Del Rio. What the fuck? Yeah, fuck you. What the hell is wrong with y'all, man? Make me read this shit. All right, May 25th, Double or Nothing happened in 2019. That is the same exact show where Jon Moxley broke the wrestling world. So, shout out Jon Moxley. Birthdays, come on, man. The leader of the Ren QCC, Ren Sinclair, turns 30-year-old. So, relax on the auntie comments when you in her. Pause. When you heard comments. Bo Dallas is turning 35 years old. It's kind of criminal how young he still actually is. That's kind of fucking crazy. But Bo Dallas is turning 35 years old. And obviously, our Tribal Chief Roman Reigns is turning 40 years old on May 25th. So shout out Roman fucking Reigns, one of the greatest of all time. Nothing happened on May 26th. But we do have birthdays, though. Mo, does that say Babatunde? Does that say Babatunde? So Babatunde is turning 37 years old. Steve Macklin is turning 38 years old. Natalia is turning 43. And Ashley Massaro, it would have been her birthday, but she unfortunately passed away in 2015. So happy birthday and rest in peace. May 27th in 1996, Scott Hall shows up in WCW, and you guys already know what happened after that. One of the most influential fucking debuts in a company, and yeah, the rest is history. Peak NWO, all that shit. So shout out Scott Hall for doing that shit. And May 27th, birthdays. The only birthday is Eric Bischoff. He'd be turning 70 years old. So shout out Eric Bischoff. May 28th, there was no events that happened on May 28th that Mo can look for, but there are birthdays. Seth Rollins will be turning 39 years old. Headbanger Mosh would be 56 years old. Jeremy Borash, TNA GOAT, 51 years old. And Mo, who the fuck is this? Who you writing down, Mo? You do not write like this. There's no way you write like this. And Samu is turning 62 years old. That is your week in wrestling history. That is your week. I try to be Mo. It did not work. I failed. I butchered a lot. But yo, why do you scribble? What the fuck, dude? All right, but yeah, that is us. Khris, Cam, arise from your fucking dens and let's get what people wanna talk about, which is the greatest independent professional wrestlers turned into WWE superstars. For Khris to go, Cam to go, then I'll go, and we can just do it like that. We can glaze them a little bit,
Word.
type shit. So let's go.
All right, let's get some of the obvious ones out the way, bro. I'm gonna start with Kevin Owens, bro. I'm gonna start with Kevin Owens, man.
Kevin Owens is done.
His work in NXT, bro. His NXT champion, bro. Coming up to the main roster, his first real feud being with John Cena, being mixed in with the United States Championship. His feuds with Sami Zayn, I think two of his biggest rivals in the company's his time in WWE. His two biggest rivals have been Sami Zayn, another one I have on my list, and Roman Reigns. Yeah, Kevin Owens, man.
Kevin Owens, man, we talk about a guy that's given us of this era some of the best matches. Like a lot of the best matches have come from Kevin Owens' name. Like you're talking about the trilogy he had with John Cena. You talk about the 2016 Battleground match with Sami Zayn and the 2020 street fight match against Sami Zayn. You talk about the tag match he had against the Usos with Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. You talk about shit, his match with Stone Cold, getting Stone Cold out of retirement to agree to that shit. Like some of the best moments of this era, some of the best matches, some of the best graps have come from Kevin Owens. And it's beautiful to see. What do you think, Cam? How do you feel about Kevin Owens in WWE? On top of that, he's one of the only guys to ever have a really good run with the Universal Championship. Him and
No, I
Roman
agree with
Reigns.
that. I'm in agreement. Kevin Owens, this is Ron. I'm in agreement. Kevin Owens in WWE has been a massive. Kevin Owens in WWE has been a massive success so far. You know, he's been a massive success. He's one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. You look at everything he's done. Kevin Owens has absolutely had a great run. And if we're talking about people that have had great runs, there are two people that I'm going to mention here because without them getting as over and as popular as they did, I don't know if a guy like Kevin Owens is even given the time of day by WWE. I'm talking about CM Punk and Daniel Bryan.
Facts.
If CM Punk and Daniel Bryan do not come into WWE, and if they do not get over the way that they get over, if they do not become popular the way they become popular, I really, look at WWE's entire main event scene.
Yeah.
That entire main event scene over like the entire main event scene over the past few years have been former indie guys. Have been former indie guys.
Yeah.
If CM Punk and Bryan don't get over the way they do, I don't know if a guy like Seth Rollins is as successful as he's been in WWE. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. I don't know if a lot of the talent that we look at in WWE now and go, oh man, this guy's a megastar, or this guy's one of the greatest of all time. I don't know if that happens if CM Punk and Daniel Bryan do not get over the way that they do. I really don't. The fact that Punk and Bryan were able to get over the way that they were able to get over, I think showed Vince McMahon, oh, okay, these indie guys these indie guys are pretty good. I think Punk and Bryan getting over is a direct result of that. But
So you got a guy like CM Punk who changed the landscape of WWE with the pipe bomb promo, changed the landscape of WWE with that groundbreaking Money in the Bank pay-per-view that happened in 2011. You got a guy like CM Punk who, just like Kevin Owens, some of the greatest matches of all time has CM Punk's name on it. And you talk about a guy like CM Punk who, draw for draw, pound for pound, is one of the biggest draws WWE has ever had, bar none. And then when you're looking at a guy like Daniel Bryan, we're talking about one of the biggest babyface peaks of all time. We're talking about one of the most over catchphrases of all time. We're talking about Mount Rushmore technical worker in the entire company history. And just like CM Punk, Daniel Bryan also has some of the greatest matches of this era. And when you're talking about elevation, like Daniel Bryan has elevated so many fucking people. And when you're talking about impact too, like, is there a Shield without CM Punk? Do we get the Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins that we know and love if it isn't for CM Punk? I'm just saying, man. Those two guys are goated. A name that I want to bring up. No, Cam, we're not going there yet. We're not going to go there yet.
That's it.
But a name I want to bring up is a man whose road is completely different. He showed up in WWE. He got fired. And in his words, he worked his ass off, busted his ass off to get into the company. WWE didn't he didn't call WWE. They called him. I'm talking about Drew McIntyre. Now, if you don't classify Drew McIntyre as an indie guy, I understand. But this man got fired. This was 3MB Drew McIntyre, jobber Drew McIntyre at this point. My man gets fired. My man changes his whole gimmick, changes his physique, changes his character, uplifts his in-ring ability, goes on this insane run, not only in the indies, but did an insane run in Impact just to build himself up to show that he is that guy that Vince saw in him. And the man busted his ass off in the indies for like 6 years. And WWE comes calling back and they bring in Drew McIntyre. And since Drew McIntyre has came back, we're talking about a guy who's a multi-time world champion, a former Money in the Bank winner, a winner of one of the best Royal Rumbles we've ever seen. We're talking about a WrestleMania main eventer. We're talking about one of, as we're speaking currently, we're talking about one of the best mic workers of this era. We're talking about one of the best storytelling guys of so far in today's wrestling. Match for match, he's amazing. Like, Drew McIntyre, since he's came back to WWE and he busted his ass off in the indies for so long, he's really been that guy, and he needs more love. I know people probably want to classify him as an indie guy, but I do, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I fuck with that pick. I fuck with Drew McIntyre.
Cam, how you feeling? Get off the phone, bitch. We got a show.
Yeah, come on.
Sorry, I was
Looking at Lee Johnson matches.
Looking at Lee Johnson catalog, it's fire.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, family thing. Go ahead.
Oh no, my fault. Yeah, if you gotta handle it. Yeah, no. Like I said, Drew McIntyre. I know people probably wouldn't consider him at first, but to me, I mean, the indies is what helped him get to his level. I hope your dog bites you. All right, what we got, Chris?
I'm gonna go with Adam Cole, baby.
Boom.
I believe still the longest reigning NXT champion of all time. Correct me if I'm wrong. He gave us one of the best factions in the company's existence. Fuck just NXT, bro.
Yep.
In WWE history, he gave us Undisputed Era. His match with Johnny Gargano, NXT TakeOver New York in 2019, is one of my favorite matches of all time. He had a classic with Ricochet at Brooklyn 4. I talked about that earlier.
Yep.
He never really went anywhere on the main roster. He didn't really get his a clear foot in the door on the main roster. But if we're talking just NXT, we're talking about one of the greatest NXT superstars of all time.
So when you're looking at Undisputed Era, man, like, just in general, like, this was a group who was indie legends. We're talking about Ring of Honor legends. Like, fun fact, if you guys don't watch Ring of Honor, Undisputed Era consisted of 3 former Ring of Honor world champions: Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. 3 former Ring of Honor world champions. That is insane as it is, right? And for the Impact to do what they did in NXT, not only, like you said, not only being one of the greatest factions in the company's existence, but at a point in time, they were outselling every main roster guy. That's how popular they were. And they were on NXT. And Undisputed Era, at a point in time, everything was connected back to that faction. Whether it was Adam Cole being NXT champion, whether it was Roddy being North American champion, whether it was Bobby Fish and O'Reilly with the tag titles, there was takeovers that was centered around Undisputed Era. That shit was ridiculous to see.
If we're talking indie guys, let's try to keep it current. How do we not mention the ring in our out? Like, how do we not mention the ring in our
Fuck, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was gonna be my next one. That was gonna be
Staring
my
at his right in
next.
the face, bro.
That was gonna be my next.
How do we not mention the ring in our out? Gunther. You look at what Gunther has done. You look at his indie career, his PWG man. You look at what he's done in his indie career, his PWG matches. PWG, his PWG, Rep Pro Progress, the UK Indies. I think you look at him coming into WWE and the run that he's had so far, it's been nothing short of incredible. So how do you not have Gunther something like this?
That's the longest reigning IC champion right there.
Yeah, you talk about a guy that has one of the most dominant peaks in company history. 80% of his time he's been signed to the WWE. He's been a champion. So by the moment he signed in NXT UK, the man was already UK champion like 2 months in. Well, when you talk, and he held that for almost 2 years, and then once he gets to the main roster, he claims the Intercontinental Championship in like a month and a half, holds that for over a year, 666 days, and then after he loses the IC title to Sami Zayn, this man is not a champion for 2 months. He wins King of the Ring and ends up becoming World Heavyweight Champion at SummerSlam. So that's like roughly 3.5 months. Like, that man is championship personified. And shit, we can go on and on about Gunther's matches already.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, his greatest to date, in my opinion, is that triple threat at Mania 39.
that the triple threat at Mania 39, the Ilya match at Takeover 36, a very underrated match that you guys need to watch: Worlds Collide, Imperium versus Undisputed Era. That's a fucking classic, dude. That shit needs more love.
The match that I glazed every single day in my life: Pete Dunne and Walter at Takeover New York.
Facts. And then you also have one of the greatest trilogies of this era, Gunther versus Sheamus. That was beautifully told. Like a banger match at Clash of the Castle, a banger match on SmackDown, and a banger match on the King of the Ring opener. That shit was fire. So yeah. A name I want to bring up, a name I personally want to shine some light on, is Cedric Alexander.
We doing it.
Cam,
We doing it, boy. We doing it.
Now, I know Cedric's run on the main roster was fucked, just like everybody was. But there was a point in time where Cedric Alexander was extremely himothy, right? So that man went on one of the most dominant runs for a cruiserweight ever in company history. There was a point in time where Cedric Alexander, for a full calendar year, was undefeated, and he wasn't beating scrubs. He was beating legit competition. He is one of the greatest cruiserweight champions to ever exist in company history. Like, bar none. Cedric Alexander has graps. Like, we're talking about the rivalry with Mustafa Ali. We're talking about the rivalry with Buddy Matthews or Buddy Murphy. We're talking about his match with Cody Ibushi. We're talking about the tag match with Noam Dar versus fucking Gargano and Ciampa. Like,
that Kota Ibushi match, man. Fuck.
Fire, dude.
Fuck.
Fire. Fucking fire. Fucking fire. Man, Cedric Alexander is one of the greatest cruiserweight champions of all time, dude. So good.
And I miss peak 205 Live, bro.
I do too. I do too. Having fire matches with fucking Tony Nese and shit.
Hell yeah.
Jack Gallagher. Like, So many guys. What name you got, Chris?
Ooh, I'm gonna go Alan Jones, bro. I'm gonna go AJ Styles, bro.
Woo!
Sick, bro. A name that a lot of people never thought we would see in WWE. This man pops up in 2016 in the 2016 Royal Rumble at number what 3 or 4.
3, yeah.
And shit, at that point 2 months after that he was having a Mania match with Chris Jericho.
Yep.
Not too long after that he was already having world title matches. He to me was the face of the golden era of Friday Night SmackDown Tuesday Night SmackDown.
You said SmackDown Live is the house that
SmackDown Live.
Styles
AJ Styles built. We got some of the people. We got some matches with AJ and John Cena that are held in high regards all time.
Yeah.
His feud with John Cena, shit like that, bro. Alan Jones, man, he's been that guy.
Fuck yeah, bro. AJ's match catalog in WWE is crazy. You got the trilogy with Cena. I think the Money in the Bank match gets slept on because that was the AJ heel turn against Cena.
Yeah, right. That's when he had the club.
But the SummerSlam and fucking and Royal Rumble matches were fucking phenomenal. Then he had an amazing match with Seth at Money in the Bank, 2018. What was it? Yeah, that match was fucking fire. Then the 2 matches with Roman Reigns at Payback and Extreme Rules, like fucking great, bro. This shit was amazing.
If we're talking about indie wrestling, we have to, and guys that help shape indie wrestling, we have to talk about the guy that might be responsible for their boom period and that is responsible for the entire wrestling landscape shaping today. And that is Cody Rhodes. I know Cody Rhodes. I know Cody didn't start. I know fuck out of here, mosquito. I know Cody Rhodes didn't start as an indie guy, but he got fired by WWE. He wanted his release.
You can say he wasn't shit when he got released. He wasn't shit.
Exactly. He wasn't shit when he got released. This is a guy that went to various. He worked for Ring of Honor. He worked PWG. He did a stint in TNA. This man was everywhere, trying to build his name up. And of course, you can't forget the tweet. And of course, you can't forget the tweet. Oh, by the way, I can't believe Mo didn't mention this in his notes. I can't believe Mo didn't mention this in his notes because this tweet right here is literally responsible for changing the entire wrestling landscape. And Cody Rhodes plays a large part in that. Y'all know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure y'all know the tweet I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Where Dave Meltzer was, where Dave Meltzer was asked online.
Indie show can't fucking sell out.
Exactly. And Cody was like, okay, I'll take that bet. Put me in the Bucks on the card. Put me in the Bucks on the card. Give us 3 months to promote, and we'll have 10,000 people in that stadium. All in. And what happened? They gave him 3 months to promote. All in was in that stadium.
They sold out in seconds, I believe.
Yep. Without All In being a massive success, we don't have AEW today.
Yep.
Cody goes to AEW. He rebuilds himself. Comes back. He's the face of the company. That's literally one of the most impactful indie runs of all time, Cody Rhodes. So we're talking about indie wrestlers being brought back to WWE. I know Cody didn't start as an indie guy, but he absolutely deserves some shine because he created his name on the indie scene. So Cody Rhodes.
So what can we say? What can we truly say about Cody Rhodes' success since he's come back to WWE? We talk about a guy that's main evented 4 straight WrestleMania main events, one of 2 guys to main event both Mania nights. You talk about a back-to-back Royal Rumble winner that hasn't been done since fucking Stone Cold. You talk about a guy who ended probably the most influential title reign of our lifetime. Like, shit, I don't know, Chris, you want to talk about the matches Cody had? Shit, gang. Fucking
shit, bro. Let's see, both Roman matches.
Yeah.
The match with AJ last year at Backlash.
Yeah.
I guess he had a couple decent matches with Brock.
Yeah. Seth and
Seth, the fucking trilogy, bro. He's up 3-0.
Up 3-0
with a torn pec, bro.
Torn fucking pec.
Bro.
Fucking pec. Respect the torn pec. But yeah, man, Cody, I agree with. A name I want to bring up that a lot of people wouldn't classify as, I didn't want to bring up is Sheamus.
Mm.
In the time frame Sheamus was brought to FCW in 2008, Sheamus and Drew were like the top two biggest European wrestling names aside from like your obvious Nigel McGuinness and stuff, but like those were the two that like UK wrestling was like these two are up next. And Sheamus wrestling in like BCW, and him and he was going by Sheamus O'Shaughnessy at the time. So Sheamus O'Shaughnessy against Drew Galloway, and like they were literally feuding at every top promotion in the UK scene. They were feuding in every top promotion. They were going tit for tat for the world title shit. And I think I forgot who saw it, but somebody was like, we got to get Sheamus in here because this is a guy that's crazy. This is a guy we could build off of. He did his work in FCW, and immediately came 2009 or whatever. He started having dark matches, and by the time we got to the end of 2009 and into 2010, he ended up having one of the most insane rookie years ever. The man debuted, beat the shit out of Jamie Noble, got into a feud with Cena, and took Cena's WWE title. Like, and now like Sheamus is one of the greatest of all time. Like,
Yeah.
Sheamus is one of the greatest of all time. Like, he is one of the
Consistency too. At this age, he's getting up. I don't know his exact age now, but he's up there. He's got to be in his mid to late 40s.
Yeah. Shout out Sheamus, bro. We talk about his matches. His match catalog is very underrated. Like him and Ziggler at No Way Out 2012. Obviously, we mentioned the trilogy with Gunther, the triple threat at Mania. But then you got matches like him and Priest at SummerSlam 2021, I believe. Then you got Sheamus versus Matt Riddle at WrestleMania. That was fun.
Sheamus versus Edge and Edge's send-off match.
Yeah, that was a banger. Sheamus versus Big Show, Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, craps, bro. Oh, the fucking best of 7 with Cesaro.
Oh, fuck, dude. We didn't even talk about the bar, yo.
Yeah, the bar. Yeah, no, shout out Sheamus, bro. All right, this could be the last round. We about to hit the 3-hour mark.
I think. Listen, this. I might get looked at kind of funny, bro. I'm gonna go Finn Balor, man.
I have him written down. I got him written down. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna say Finn simply because the way he came into the main roster, bro. I mean, not even talking about NXT, just the main roster. Like, you know how Vince was back then, especially with Roman Reigns, bro. To have Finn Balor at his debut match on Raw, win the triple threat or fatal four-way?
You won a fatal four-way, yeah.
To get into a match with Roman to main event the show. And he beat Roman clean. And then he went on to SummerSlam to face Seth Rollins for the inaugural Universal Championship. And he beat Seth Rollins there too.
Clean.
Clean. The only thing, unfortunately, as we know, is the injury that derailed everything. He wasn't really quite the same in terms of booking after that.
Yep.
But we saw, glimmers here and there with IC title. But he never got back to that main event picture where he should have been.
All right, so with Finn, we talk about a guy that came into NXT on 2 separate occasions. He's the only guy to win the NXT title on multiple occasions and have all his reigns successful. No, 1 or 2 men, because I think Ciampa's second reign was really good too. It catapulted Braun Breaker. But he's one of very few guys to win the title multiple times and have 2 very successful reigns. But him doing it as a babyface in the beginning and then a heel after, he has 2 of the greatest NXT title reigns ever. And his match catalog, like, I think I know we call Johnny Gargano Johnny Takeover because of his show stealing shit, but yeah. Finn Balor's winning percentage in Takeover is the greatest of all time. He's only lost a Takeover twice.
Damn.
That being Samoa Joe and the other one being a Karen Cross to Stand and Deliver. He's only lost twice. And I think he's been in like, I want to say 11, 12. He beat Gargano. He beat Joe. He beat Riddle. He beat so many. He beat Pete Dunne. He beat so many fucking guys, bro. Like, shout out Finn, bro. 2 great NXT title reigns, both S tier. Oh, first ever Dusty Cup winner too with Samoa Joe. Forgot about that.
I forgot about that too. God damn.
Go ahead, Cam.
If we're talking the greatest indie names of all time, or indie names that have come to WWE and have done very well, I know this guy's not a wrestler anymore. I know this guy does not wrestle for WWE anymore. But Corey Graves came into WWE as an indie
Ooh.
guy,
Mm.
and if he did not get, I don't know what he would have been if he did not get hurt. If he did not get hurt, which forced him to stop wrestling. But you look at him, I don't know how you don't include a guy like Corey Graves, he's one of the best commentators that WWE has right now. One of the best
Lucky
commentators in the
13
history.
finisher. The Lucky 13.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't know how you don't include Corey Graves in something like this. I know, excuse me, I know he doesn't wrestle anymore, but I don't know how you don't include Corey Graves.
Yeah, people forget that he was in that class with Roman, Dean, and Seth. Like he was in that same NXT class. Like he was in that class. So
Oh,
was
yeah.
So was Rusev and so many other fucking guys. The NXT class was stacked.
That was who else was there? Neville too, right?
Yeah, Neville, Luchasaurus,
I fucking forgot Luchasaurus was there too, bro. That's insane. Without the
Luchasaurus
mask
was
and
there,
everything,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, Jason Jordan was in that class too.
And
That class is stacked, bro. The last name I'm gonna bring up, my GOAT, Johnny Gargano.
yes.
You talk about a guy who was, I wouldn't say he was the most popular in the indie scene. He was very well known in the indie scene. Candice was more popular than him because Candice was out here going to war with the Young Bucks and tag teaming with Joey Ryan and fucking getting lumbar checked by Cedric and shit. But Johnny Gargano, though, you talk about a guy. Oh shit, who's that going? Yeah, who's that going? Oh, is that you, Cam?
What
Yeah, it's
was that?
probably Cam. Are you going Echo?
Probably am. I'm sorry.
Are you straight? So you talk about a guy with Johnny Gargano that fucking came into NXT. I actually fuck it. Put both Gargano and Ciampa there. But like Ciampa was more known than Gargano because Ciampa was a former Ring of Honor World Television Champion. But these two came in as tag team guys, and one small heel turn completely shaped a revolution. Like it completely shaped an era, and not only an era, but one of the greatest eras we've ever seen, which became NXT Black and Gold. That feud gave us one of the greatest in-ring peaks, babyface peaks, and it gave us one of the greatest heel peaks we've ever seen. Those two literally defined an era with just their feud. One small heel turn like that. Gargano and Ciampa wasn't being pushed as singles guys. Gargano and Ciampa wasn't pushed as main event level, even though they main evented Chicago against AOP, but they weren't portrayed as singles guys. So for them to have a heel turn like that and blow up the way it did, those two guys are insane. Johnny Gargano, in my opinion, is the greatest NXT superstar of all time. Tommaso Ciampa is the greatest heel of all time. I think both of them are Mount Rushmore, and I don't think you can tell the story of NXT without those two guys. We're gonna be talking about NXT Black and Gold for 30 years from now, and we're still gonna have Gargano and Ciampa on Mount Rushmore because of how impactful they were.
And if there's people out there that don't see Ciampa as I have Ciampa as one of the greatest heels. Fuck NXT in WWE history.
I agree.
Fuck that. Like if you don't have him up there, you really weren't tapped in with what he was doing, bro. With especially the shit with Johnny, bro. This man would come out to no music, bro. He would come out to the boos of the crowd, bro.
Facts.
Who the fuck was doing that, bro?
That man was evil. That man was evil.
Bro, I told y'all, man, this man, TakeOver Chicago 2 was Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, bro. This man, Johnny Gargano, beat down Tommaso Ciampa so bad, my man was getting stretchered out. But the first thing Tommaso Ciampa did before all that shit happened, he took off Gargano's wedding ring, spat on it, and threw it in the crowd. That made Gargano go ape shit. And mind you, Gargano went ape shit to the point where Ciampa's hands was tied behind his back with handcuffs. Bro, this man Gargano couldn't just let Ciampa get stretched out, bro. So this man throws Ciampa back in the ring. Gargano tries to go into the middle ropes. Hands behind his back. Fucking Willow's bell on the exposed fucking ring. 1, 2, 3, bro. New number one contender. Disrespectful way to win, bro. This
heel
free fucking
heat, bro. The heel heat, bro. You can't replicate shit like that, man.
bro. One of the greatest stories WWE has ever fucking told. Gargano and Ciampa defined a whole and Ciampa's one of the greatest NXT champions of all time.
Yeah,
He
hell yeah.
he is one of the greatest NXT champions of all time. Gargano, he has championship pedigree, but it's more so with the North American title. But Gargano, what he meant to the brand at its peak, and the way they were portraying him at his peak, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. But I think that's what does it, guys. 3 hours. Good shit.
Yeah, man. 3 hours. It's a fucking yap fest, bro. I love it, man. I love it.
We talking wrestling. If y'all haven't already, join the Discord.
Yeah, let me get the link real quick.
If y'all haven't already, join the Discord. If you're watching this, join the Discord. If you're watching this on a rerun, or if you're watching now, because there's a lot of y'all that watched and aren't subscribed, so definitely subscribe to the channel. Type shit. If you want to see, but yeah,
Discord.
Join. But obviously, like I said, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. And
Yeah.
Khris, you already know what we have to do.
Bruh. Well, first of all, actually, are you streaming this weekend?
I'll be streaming after your SmackDown watch along. Yes.
Word. Chat, we gonna some heavy streams, bro. Heavy streams this weekend. We got Saturday night's main event on Saturday, obviously.
Yep.
And we're gonna be doing a dual stream. If you fucking with AEW and you don't want to watch Battleground or vice versa, we got you covered, bro. I got you, bro. Pull up. It's gonna be a good time, man.
Watching both.
BOAF, both.
He watching both. I think I will be also joining them. I bet. Yeah, K-Rob said so. K-Rob and I are actually doing a 25 game challenge where K-Rob and I will have to beat 25 games by the end of the year, and we will be streaming every single game that we're playing. So definitely shout out to K-Rob. Subscribe to his channel. He's gonna be doing a long ass stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow after the SmackDown watch along. So that way I don't interfere with Rated M business. Because we share the same viewers, and Cam is sleeping because he's a bum.
That's why
Cam, ain't you got a video dropping? You got a video drop? Yeah.
I still need that part 2 to Hangman, bro.
Promote it, gang.
I don't have one dropping, but I got a couple. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, Buckshot Graps as I call it. Buckshot Graps as I call it, named after the Buckshot Hangman page. I got a lot of ideas. I got a lot of video ideas and a lot of ideas coming up that I think you guys would be interested in. I think you guys would be interested in. I do AW content over there just because, I do AW content over there. I'm not, no disrespect to WWE, but I feel like everybody's a WWE content creator now. So I'm trying to be different. So I'm trying to make
nothing wrong
content.
with that.
I got a lot of cool videos coming up. I have AEW's most underrated signings. I have that. I have what happened to Jack Perry. I have best matches in AEW Rampage history. Should MJF leave AEW? Can the TNT title be saved? And a lot more. And a lot more. Just talking about AEW.
We'd love to see it.
Make sure you check that out. Me and my friend Kyle are going to be working on a video soon where we rank every single Double or Nothing. We're going to wait till Double or Nothing 2025 happens, and then we're going to rank every single Double or Nothing. So make sure you check that out.
Solid.
Good shit.
Y'all got anything else to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, Khris, start your channel. Come on.
I know, bro. I told you my issue. I still got to run that up. I'm gonna try and get that shit this weekend because I do have plans. If I can get that shit going, bro, I got plans, bro.
You got some shit in the chamber.
It's gonna be lit. I got some bullets in the chamber for real.
Y'all already know. With that being said, Khris, you know what we have to encourage.
We got to bring back bullying.
Bang!